Will it be linked together? Like if I go to watch it later? Will it be like...
It'll just be 2 separate streams.
Really, we should start doing the highlight section.
Like clips?
Yeah.
Get back!
How come I don't have it on my phone?
I don't make videos.
What's happened? Oh, this dropped.
Did it?
It's blocking my head. Yeah.
Kinda.
I think it like settled.
It makes you look like you have hair.
Oh, well, let's fix that right now.
I was gonna say, we can't have that.
Yeah. I am proudly hairless.
I miss you.
He's a proudly hairless
On my
man.
head.
I miss you with hair.
Okay.
So does Julie.
And so Ismark settles in and he says, well, I guess I'll wait till...
You know, I have that thought process. It's like an intrusive thought at this point where it's like you should shave your hair, and it's just
Don't do it, please.
And then as soon as I saw Jimmy
No,
Ryan, I
no.
was just like,
No, I can't shave my hair. No,
I can't. I have to look like that one day.
It's too beautiful to shave it.
It's
I mean, you might come to a day where you know, you might be like, it's time. Shave it, but
Yeah.
enjoy your hair while you can.
not even 30 yet, man. We got plenty of time.
Yeah. Sometimes it just doesn't go away.
Yeah.
Mine happened fast.
How's the chicken paprika?
Props to
Oh my goodness.
I love paprika.
Yeah.
It's a nice like medium heat.
These are just the technical errors that you face when you're still a new stream. We're just getting our legs underneath us.
Absolutely.
Although I think the nameplates look pretty fun.
The nameplates do look pretty good. I will give you that. Very much enjoyed that.
I may have to lose the top hat though.
So I
A
think,
leather top hat,
warm?
very hot.
so I think for my camera, we should really hire someone to just like, can we have
Absolutely.
Just posing at all
Can we
times.
please have Shannon just lie on the bed for a
Yeah,
while?
of course, why not? But she needs to wear like a tavern wench costume or something.
I fully support this idea.
We'll definitely have to stream.
Have some lovely bard music.
Very good.
This is just... Now, Michael, you want to guess what I started replaying this week?
Skyrim. Chrono Trigger. Love
I
it.
definitely forgot how to play it,
That's alright. Nothing can't be relearned.
unfortunately.
And as you guys are talking with Ismark at the table, Arthur comes back down the stairs carrying a weary but conscious Theron.
Yes.
And
Back there.
you plop him at the table, and he kind of like slumps forward and smacks his head off the table, and you prop him back up. And you know he's fine. He's fine.
He's good.
He's fine.
He's good. Carrot Suit did it.
Oh,
Ah,
Zanash! The cleric is awake. You have healed him with your soup.
With my soup. Special ingredient. My mother's ingredient.
Which is what?
Carrots.
Carrots.
In the,
It is the carrots that have done it.
in the carrot soup.
Amazing.
I mean,
Oh, dear Lord.
it's you know, when you expect how a recipe will be prepared and it twists and turns. Carrots and carrots. Never see it coming.
And Arik brings over a shot for you.
Spicy.
Oh, spicy or no spicy
Mom,
for the gnome?
would you
No spicy for the gnome.
No spicy.
Zanash, their gnome is not spicy.
Tyler said,
No business.
In the middle.
Tyler said, call him back to life. Great work, Arthur.
Yes. Yes, what exactly did you do upstairs that has made this man alive again?
So this soup is absolutely amazing.
Barovia is
He
that,
changes subject very quickly.
everything is soup.
Everything is soup. If you cook it long enough, everything becomes soup.
Ari, here's the soup.
Oh, thank you, Zanash.
Oh,
This is your... Whoa, whoa, boy.
Oh boy.
Got it.
party
This
foul.
is your mother's chicken recipe also,
This
yes?
is chili, paprika, and There's some are spicy peppers, and some don't for the gnome. No spicy peppers.
Your jokes are as terrible as your cooking.
Ever since I had the 7 children, the bad jokes about me.
7 children. How do you feed 7 children in Barovia?
Poorly.
Carrots. With carrots.
They do the carrots.
I do like soup.
The babies eat the soup very easily.
This one, not so sneaky, makes good jokes though.
Very good. Over polenta with stems from flowers is a different taste than you're used to. Yes. Barovian specialty.
Different. This is the same mush.
The stems.
Good.
I like the
I'm gonna
stems.
break the fourth wall for a second. It is a little bit of
Yeah, I was gonna say, tell us what you actually made.
There you go.
It's saffron polenta. So there's some like Romanian there, and also the chicken paprikash is a pretty like quintessentially Hungarian dish, and that's a little bit of my background.
Love it. Tastes like my family.
Yeah,
It's really good.
thank you.
And we're not getting sponsored by them, but the carrot soup was, I think, it was either out of the Elder Scrolls cookbook or the Heroes Feast. I don't remember which, but it was one or the other.
We'll get sponsored by it one day.
There you
I
go.
would
And
leave
the-
work
I mean, look at this. We'll get sponsored someday.
The Zatar is like a Middle Eastern seasoning.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of that like
Yeah.
meeting of worlds, the Spice Road kind of Carpathian business. So thank you guys for the opportunity. Appreciate it.
Brother,
Appreciate you. This is absolutely great.
you will eat with us?
I'm stuffed.
You will sit and join us at least?
Donald has been eating in the back all day.
Oh, this is perfect.
You're pretty much just drinking now.
Okay. Well, after we eat, we drink.
Before
Before we eat, we drink. During the eating, we drink.
we drink. Yeah. Zanosh. Also, for anyone looking at Zanosh, he is like very sweaty man.
Oh God.
He's kind of like, I don't know if you've ever seen The Wedding Singer,
Yes.
but the guy, relax, don't do it. He's essentially that guy.
Yes. Oh man, I like it.
Yeah, she's amazing.
So, Ismark has gotten to know you a little bit. Theron is starting to come to. He's able to eat for himself now, which is a lovely development.
It's still not fun to watch.
No, and he coughs a lot because of
Favorite.
the vocal cords.
I'll be in there.
Can we also talk about your voice? It seems to have got deeper. How many packs do you smoke a day?
Oh no! Please tell me you have not always sounded like that.
So,
What happened here? How did you get that? How did you get that scar?
It's kind of
you can leave now.
Go home.
Blimey! You're Harry Potter.
we were trapped in a cavern below this house, and he had no way to escape. And I had a vision from Ilmatar.
Oh, please, I prefer not to have talks about religion at the table. We could just skip that little detail.
No sports either, he said.
Yeah, no sports, no religion. Zanosh and I do not follow the same sports ball team.
Yeah. Well, I'm a cleric, so I'm gonna tell my story if you don't mind.
Mistake.
Make an intimidation check with advantage
gonna say.
for the scar
I
on your
feel
neck
like
and
for
the
his
gravelly
voice, he
voice.
just
Yeah. Scary.
on his
Yeah. No, he permanently has an inspiration.
Uh-huh.
Were killed.
And I mean, I could use thaumaturgy. Well, I already have advantage, so there's no reason to.
Yeah, shit out of him.
Well, that was not good. No, I did not.
What was that thing you should have
The
used?
first one was a thaumaturgy, where I could make my eyes glow.
Yeah.
I could make my.
So we are using thaumaturgy, okay.
All right, we're gonna use thaumaturgy. And as I say that, as I say that, I want to tell my story. Is there a lot of candles in this room?
Many candles.
As I look at you and I say that the candles go dark, and then they blast a flame like 2 feet in the air, and then they return to normal.
He says, "Yeah."
When that happens, I do a slight hand gesture, and here is Mark. The air gets a little bit colder. Prestidigitation.
And yeah. And Ismark is it's very odd. I just felt a bit chill. No, please, I shouldn't have interrupted you.
No,
Tell your
it's not-
story. Tell your story.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
As
You
I
say
was saying,
Ilmatar.
So Ilmator spoke to me, told me that one of us would have to make a sacrifice. Ilmatar's the broken deity. It's got his thing, right? Sacrifice and taking.
I'm gonna make you talk as much as I can tonight.
Okay.
You're gonna use that
So
tonight.
he told me that we have to make a sacrifice in order to escape the cavern.
Black Strahd. Nice big scar, I imagine.
And Ismark looks and he says, I assume that didn't work so well, no?
And he spoke to me after you did that. And I asked what would happen if we didn't. If there was no sacrifice, it didn't seem like there was any other likely way that we would escape. So I couldn't let one of you take my burden. If I'm going to follow Matar, I have to be willing to take that sacrifice myself.
Arthur wipes a tear from his eye.
Beautiful.
So
there's not much.
that's why I
He's drunker. He's
Very emotional when I'm drinking.
That's why I grabbed the knife. But before I slit my throat, I cast Death Ward on myself, hoping that might save me, but I had no idea that it would work.
What is that?
It's a spell that if someone it prevents them from passing me on.
So, Gregory is. So, next time.
Ismark starts to clap, and then when you stop and start talking,
Awkward.
he stops clapping and just sits there.
Theyron, next time you make this large grand gesture to kill yourself, how about you tell some of us beforehand? Seeming as we did have some other alternatives
You were
that
trying to stop me.
you didn't tell me what you were doing.
I didn't.
You did, as I recall, we were all standing on the altar. Was there a clock?
There was a clock.
But it was ticking.
The evil was about to be unleashed, and I had no time to explain.
Arthur asks, he looks at Theron and he just says, can you say I'm Batman? Sorry.
What? I'm Batman.
Okay, continue, I'm sorry.
The point is, I'm sorry that I caused all of you so much pain. I appreciate all the concern that you've had for me.
Like, we were.
Saw no other way. Thank you for getting me out of there. Assuming it worked.
It did. For the time being, yes.
And as you are having this beautiful, heartfelt soliloquy, Ismark is just watching and nodding. He says, It has been some time since anyone has come along that I thought might be able to help, but I know we have just met, but could I ask a favor of you?
And you can ask.
Yeah, there's no harm in asking.
You can ask. We won't.
Fair.
No,
cold fit
that's
exchange.
I guess that's understandable.
Been
Yes,
through a lot, you know.
understandable. Of course, of course. We have a bit of. See, I'm the son of the burgomaster here. It's something of the mayor of the town.
Okay. Burgermeister Meisterburger.
Burgomaster Meister Burger, yes. My father,
Christmas movie.
Colion, yes. Yes.
Claymation.
Yes. And then, yeah, like the Frosty the Snowman, Christmas. Yes.
I love that creepy old movie.
They're creepy.
Yeah.
Well, that was Santa Claus. Santa
Yeah,
Claus
it
is coming to town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, my father, Colion, is the burgomaster here at Barovia, and for some time we have, I no doubt assume that you noticed the giant castle up on the cliff on your way in. Yes.
Hard to miss.
It is, yes.
We have
Vanosh is correct. It is hard to miss. That is Castle Ravenloft. It belongs, well, everything belongs to Strahd, but his castle more than anything. And for some reason, he feels that he has a claim over my sister, Irina. And for the time being, she has been safe here, holed up in Barovia, but I fear with our proximity to Ravenloft and to Strahd that it will not last. I implore you, could you please take her to the village of Wallaki, where she would be much safer and further away from the castle. And honestly, I mean, it might be better for you all as well to be further away from the castle. It's not a bad plan in the first place. Did you have a goal? Where were you headed here?
What kind of claim do you
You-
say that
Why
he has
is
over
he
her?
owed her?
He seems to be in love with her.
And she
Doesn't love him back? He's not into it?
No, the feeling is far from mutual, but he believes he owns everything in this land, and Irina more than anything else.
So
Is Arena here?
No, she is at our father's house at the mansion.
So we would have to go get her from the mansion and then take her out of the mansion and then take her to this village that you're asking us to take her to.
Yes, that would be
That would be accurate.
my request.
No one else has tried to do this before. You're just waiting.
Give me a what? He says, no, not really.
Like you haven't tried to do this for your own sister. Why do we have to do it?
Well, I'm only one man. And give me an insight check. You can tell that there is something that he's not quite telling you.
Can I do a persuasion check to see if I can get him to divulge more of the story?
You say to him.
We may be a newer party, but a lot of us come from very skilled backgrounds in our own way, in our own sources, and we've had to survive to get as far as we have.
Sure.
And I see that you have done pretty well for yourself here, and you are trying very hard to do your best.
I mean, yeah, that's all any of us can do in Barovia. It's
But with my expertise of people,
yeah.
I can tell there's something that you're not saying. And before we're willing to help you with this, we need to know all the facts.
Give me a persuasion check.
16?
He looks at you and he says, well, no, I suppose I haven't told. I mean, we only just met. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you.
Tatiana?
How do you know that name?
Are you remembering something?
Oh, yeah.
Help you remember?
Right?
Smacks in the back.
Form a dread.
If he's gonna I'll give him guidance for his next roll.
Give me a history check with guidance.
Should be a 4.
Plus D4.
Weird things. But he's alive.
History?
Yes.
12.
You can recall that you have met Irina before. It seems like it was a dream or another life. You're not quite sure how to describe it. But for some reason, you can feel a connection between the name Irina and the name Tatiana.
Feel like I've heard you tell the story before and mentioned the name Tatiana and Irina in reference to Strahd.
And he looks at you and he says, "Do not remember your face, but I suppose if I am asking you to help me with this, I should be forthcoming with the details. Strahd believes that Irina, my sister, is a reincarnation of his beloved Tatiana that died 300 years ago.
Is she?
Don't know how that would be possible. I mean, I've known her since birth. She is my sister, she is Irina, but Strahd seems to have some sort of claim, some sort of desire that goes beyond just attraction. He would do anything to have her, which is why I am in need of a group such as yourself to take her to Wallaki where she will be safe. I cannot do it. To answer your question, I cannot do it alone. I am but one man. I would come with you. I would assist you in any way that I could, but I cannot do this by myself.
Have you tried to relocate?
Are you able to make soup on the go?
Of course.
I'm just saying, you guys, that having
And Arik looks up and he goes, "No, you work here.
Son of a dog.
Well, then you do not go with the,
You come.
you do not go with adventurers. You stay.
How about
We're gonna miss this guy.
if
You
you
will
come
be
too?
here when you come back.
if you come too, he could make soup on the go for all of us.
No, this is my tavern. I work. Oh, and he stops himself real quick.
Ooh. Can I table talk for a sec?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the chef's feat? Did you want to roll with that or no?
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Okay, so unbeknownst to y'all, Zarash has sympathized with your plight. He realized that something was different about y'all, and Zarash possesses the chef's feat from Tasha's Cauldron. As part of a short rest, you can cook special food, provided you have ingredients. The cooks kitchen after all. It's despite their efforts with knives and such. You can prepare enough of this food for a number of creatures equal. So we're just gonna say it's for y'all. At the end of a short rest, any creature who eats the food and spends one or more hit dice to regain hit points regains an extra 1d8 to their hit points to help y'all recover from you, and you may not know this as your characters, but y'all are gonna wake up feeling right as right.
Feeling robust. Wonderful.
Okay.
Ready to take on the day. So yeah. So
How much for the chef?
how much for the chef to hire him?
Absolutely.
Full time?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You gotta talk to my wife.
We must speak with his wife. But Thanos has 7 children to feed. He cannot go adventuring across Barovia.
They need soup too.
He can go adventuring across
What do
Barovia
we do if his children
twice
will
a
not have
month.
soup? Totally forgot.
Cook the steak once. You split the soup.
I'm gonna forget about that candle. Don't let me forget about that candle.
Don't forget about the candle.
Thanks.
That's how we burn
I'm
my
just about
That's how we burn my
Yeah,
pocket.
yeah.
Shannon, if you're watching this, we're sorry.
She's definitely not watching.
She's
Definitely asleep
No.
in Germany. Light those candles.
How's your son doing?
Where did you say your sister is now?
Child,
She-
you got that? Or-
Well, last I saw her, she was pulled up at the Burgermaster's mansion.
Idiot.
That's fair. That is so fair.
I'm sorry, I guess I. Why wouldn't Strahd?
Uh,
He does have her now, doesn't
Seems no, she's holed up at the mansion,
Which is
Oh.
where Strahd...
not the castle. The mansion.
Okay.
The
sorry.
Burgermaster, the mayor's house,
Got it.
which is in the town.
And I'm asking why, if he wants her, why doesn't he have her?
Well,
Right.
I mean, I suppose it's complicated, but he seems to be losing his patience. At first, he was. It seemed okay with her at least being close to Castle Ravenloft. But as the years have passed, his efforts have been increasingly dramatic, shall we say. The past 2 nights, the mansion has been under attack from creatures in the night.
Are you
Yes.
has Strahd been actively courting her, or
Like, is he buying her flowers? Like,
More like sending undead to try and capture her out of the house.
that's
So,
like
very
flowers.
romantic.
Like flowers.
So,
Very romantic.
it's like not good. It's like no game whatsoever.
Well, it's
Walks, some don't.
it's complicated also because a vampire cannot be allowed into a house unless they are invited. So she has been safe up to this point, but he seems to be sending his minions to retrieve her, and I'm worried that we will not be able to fortify Barovia for much longer, and we need to take her to a town that is better fortified to withstand such assaults.
So he can't enter a house he's not invited into.
He himself cannot.
Vampires.
Vampires in general.
This could be helpful. No.
Yes. yeah. As your DM, yes, it's very.
Write that. Someone write that down.
In terms of, I feel like I feel like in terms of in terms of coin, what exactly are we looking at for this endeavor?
Was paying it soup.
chef?
I can.
We'll take the chef as payment. Like,
He can be our soup slave.
I believe that his 7 children would not appreciate him leaving to gallivant across the town, or across the
My wife
country.
might, but my children will not.
Greg,
He says-
is it really worth? I mean, is coin really the motivating factor? We're trapped in a world we can't escape from.
Did you taste that soup?
he was a joy.
How about this? Anytime I will add this. Maybe I will add this onto the deal. If we go over to my father's mansion, in his house are many rooms.
The big house.
It's a big one on the hill.
Many rooms.
Yes, many rooms. How about this? I will speak with my father. We will pay you handsomely. I cannot give you a specific amount right now, but we will see what we have in our coffers. And anytime you are back in Barovia, I mean, frankly, I hope you are never
Really
back
hope we
in
never
Barovia.
Maybe.
But you will always have food, soup. Thank you, Zanash. You will always have soup and a place to stay.
Speaking of,
Yes.
can we sleep? And
Of
get
course,
some
please. Your-
Long ass rest.
Your rooms are on me. Stay tomorrow. Perhaps you should travel to Bildrith's. He is our local shopkeep. He sells all different supplies.
Does he buy things?
I suppose if you have something that he'd be interested in buying, yes.
The way we're traveling, are there horses that we can?
Horses.
No.
I mean, I suppose if
Well,
anyone would know, then he stops and thinks.
this market.
Have you seen a horse before?
I have seen horses before. Yes.
Wow. Wow.
I have.
Soup.
Yeah. What do you think Zanash soup is made out of?
Horse chops. I love a horse chop.
And he says, I don't know of anyone that has horses. I could check. If you guys want to shop tomorrow, I will reach out and see what I can do about horses. I mean, perhaps a wagon. I don't know if I could find a horse for all of
Wagon
you.
would work, yes.
But perhaps a wagon. That might be something that I could accommodate. Sure. Cleric. Your name.
They're wrong.
Please do. Yeah, I know your voice a bit hoarse.
Sorry, let me clear my throat.
The scar.
Theron Stormwind is the third.
The third. Long line of clerics.
No, actually.
Just you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I won't ask any further questions. There is someone you might be interested in meeting. The local clergyman. His name is Donovich. If not only the arcane but the religious is something that you are interested in, he might be a good person to talk to. So, might I suggest that you stop by the chapel tomorrow and meet with him? He may be able to assist you in some knowledge of the religions of Barovia. We do not know of your Ilmater here, but we do have our own deities, and Donovich would be able to inform you a little bit more about that.
That would be most kind. Donovich, you said.
Donovich, yes. The local clergyman, yes. Not a problem. Now, if you will allow me, I would love to buy all of you another round.
Here, here.
And then he looks over at Arik. He says, the runes, go ahead and put them on my tab. And Arik says, Vanish, when they all go to bed, we will get very drunk.
Very drunk.
So Ismark buys you all another round. At this point, you're all feeling quite good after the dehydrating and exhausting day that you had battling your way through a haunted house. The drinks are hitting hard
That's fair.
tonight.
Right.
Fair.
And the fancy soup.
And the fancy soup.
Dude.
Ah.
Tell Zana she had to cook breakfast too.
You all make your way up to the second floor of the house. And I will say that for tonight, it's safe to say that you can all take a long rest and recuperate.
Safe to
And
say.
is it an additional 1d8
Additional
of
1d8
temporary health, or just added to?
towards their total, I think.
Okay.
So 1d8 10.
Or just towards your healing, but I mean they're taking a long rest.
Long rest.
They'll be short rest.
Yeah, they'll be full health, but
Gestures there.
yeah, the gesture's there.
Sorry.
You wake up the next morning feeling robust. It is the best meal that you have had.
Sorry, we do take a D8?
No, it's not.
If you're long resting, then you're not.
Yeah, if it were a short rest, you would essentially roll your hit die to heal, and then add an additional 1d8 to that. But because you're long resting, you can
Love
heal.
it.
Yeah,
Love
you're
it.
resting in a tavern. It's safe. It's safe tonight. But yeah, so
That's the pillows and Prince.
So it's
So tell that to the pillows and Prince is talking
so
safe.
well, this tavern is safe enough. So you awake the next day. Dawn breaks over the village of Barovia. A light fog hangs in the air. The castle is mostly obscured through the morning mist. Don't worry, not the same mist that tried to kill you. Just no regular weather.
Friendly.
Different, the friendlier kind of mist.
Additional.
You awake, Theron. You are back at your best. That
Is
was
my voice back to normal, or is that my permanent voice for now?
your voice has recovered in the night. You're a little bit hoarse.
Oh, you should roll. To be clear,
Make 'em
I
roll.
can keep doing that voice.
Whoa.
So it is up to the DM whether my voice.
Bless you.
Make him roll.
You know what? No. Do you guys? Did any of? Give me a religion check. Or not? Arcana. Give me an Arcana check.
Check. Okay. Well, that's a -1 right off the bat.
Here we go.
uh-oh.
But it's a 14.
You know that a greater restoration spell would be able to permanently heal your vocal cords. I don't think that is something that you are capable of performing at this
I
time.
don't think it is.
But greater restoration can heal missing limbs, damaged vocal cords.
I have lesser.
Yeah, no, that won't quite cut it. But a greater restoration would do the trick.
Okay.
Until then, until you find someone that can bestow greater restoration to you, you remain rather hoarse.
Okay.
Damaged,
He has a
damaged
permanent-
vocal cords.
Permanent reminder of his sacrifice for the
Exactly.
team.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
At least I didn't lose an arm, I guess.
D&D.
Yeah, right?
Do you mind terribly, please, go out?
I don't mind. Please use the bathroom.
Use the chair.
Yeah. One day, I'll have a room big enough that everybody
Not
can
go to the
just.
bathroom, and you will like walking.
Yeah, the oven? Oh,
Yeah,
a really big room,
a
everyone.
really big room, a big room. So new day dawns. As you emerge downstairs in the tavern, Auric is there, but the three Vistani women are no longer there.
We never had any conversations.
I definitely thought that they were like a brothel, but
Here we go.
I know. That's what keeps happening.
Other one.
That's always happening.
This just happens everywhere we go.
Yeah.
They
They weren't though. So
They
it's
weren't.
Fine.
but
That's why I investigated.
Yeah.
you make your way downstairs. Auric is down there cleaning glassware, and he says, "Oh, I see. You are all awake. You are looking better. Please don't tell Zanash it was his."
Sounds of snoring from
Yeah.
the kitchen.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Out cold.
What?
I have to say, this morning, sometimes we have breakfast. Today we just have leftover soup. It's better than nothing.
Soup.
Okay, I will get you all some soup, a beer, a breakfast beer. Yes. Anybody opposed?
But if you could just put my soup in the beer, I'm just going to take it all at once.
So
Man of
it's now
character.
it's
Okay.
now morning.
It is morning.
My voice is still hoarse.
Yes.
And I haven't had anything to drink yet.
Big one. Perfect. I love it. And he goes in the back and he gets a bunch of bowls and brings out the soup, and he says, "I apologize. Is cold. Nothing I can do about that. Soup maker is still drunk." And he gives each of you a beer, and he says, "So, tell me, what are your plans today?"
I guess we are heading up to the Burgermeister's house.
We're gonna go for a walk.
The Burgermeister. I mean,
Burgermeister.
You mean the
Meister Burger?
you mean the Burgomaster?
Burger Master.
And you were coming with us.
No, I am not. I am.
You said you would come with us. You said you would be part of the party.
Arik is the bartender, and he definitely did not say
Oh,
he was
never mind.
coming with you. Ismark said he was going to come with you.
Stop naming them so close.
I didn't name them. Blame Wizards of the Coast.
Dang it, wizards.
You say that too loud. They're probably waiting.
They are probably watching.
We need
He says, so you're going to the Burgomaster's mansion
Burger Master.
We're gonna go shopping first.
at Bildrith's.
Right,
Bill-
right.
That guy, yeah.
Bildrith.
Bill.
Bildrith.
Bill.
Bill Drift.
Bill Dress.
I also need to go see Donovich. But yeah.
I mean, you could go see Donovan.
Just say that feels like a thing you could do. Bro.
A youth thing, perhaps.
I also want to make this clear, like
Yes.
like a OC here, that there is definitely some tension between Gregory and Veyron.
Oh, ever since the sacrifice pit?
Yeah, that would make sense. I feel like that would make sense. That like Gregory watched his friend kill himself while trying to save him, and Veyron still doesn't see anything wrong with that.
I thought you apologized.
You apologized, but I told you not to do it again, and you said you were gonna do. You said there was.
I didn't. I wouldn't. He wouldn't do it again. No,
So-
he was apologizing for the pain that he caused his friends. He just said he didn't have time to explain it in the moment. He didn't have time to explain what he was doing.
Is anybody else going with Theyron to the church? Or is everybody else going,
Arthur's
going
going
shopping?
with Theyron.
You're going to go with Theyron to
Yeah.
the church?
I mean, you.
Because I think we're gonna go shopping afterwards. We just want.
Oh,
to
yeah.
Yeah, we want to go to the cleric.
I think
Yeah.
Are we
And then
shopping?
I think we're going shopping.
Okay.
Alright. So you ask, Arik says, do you know your way around the town?
No, not at all.
Okay, so
Lightest.
this is good that you are here. We will talk real quick.
Suppose you wouldn't have a map.
I'm glad you asked. I do have a map. And he pulls out a map of the town. Oh, you have a map? Yeah.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
He pulls out a map of the town. You are pretty much in the center of the town at the tavern. Bildrith's is across the street and one house over. And the church is at the north end of the town. Hard to miss. Look for the clanging bells and the gigantic cemetery in the back.
It's on the outskirts.
Would it be easier for storytelling if we just all are shopping at the same time?
Well,
And then I go to the church afterwards?
No, this
Doesn't matter? Okay.
We are going to follow the majority of the party first. Thank you, Jimmy. We're going to follow the majority of the party first to Bildrith's. As you make your way through the town, as you make your way downtown, yeah, the face is past, and then you're homebound. But you find yourself about a block away. A decent-sized building, stone, heavy curtains in the windows, and a sign over the door creaks on its hinges. What'd you say, Caleb?
Beautiful.
Oh. A sign creaks over the door, and above it, you can tell that he was attempting to be fancy, but it's rather simple, and it just says Bildrith's Mercantile. And the door to the front of the establishment is closed. But there is a sign in one of the windows that says open for business.
Gregory pounds on the door.
And as you thud on the door, you hear from inside, oh, just 1 second. And a man opens the door, human. He is an older man. Oh, really? Oh, because the fan is blowing the candles directly at you?
Yeah.
You can blow them out, it's fine. Just blow them out.
Okay.
Um,
Worth a second.
Right.
All right. An older, thin, graying man opens the door and he says, "Oh yes, please, come in, come in. Please, browse. My name is Bildred. Obviously, this is my establishment. Is there anything I can help you find?"
Well, I do have a few things that I've collected from my travels that you may be interested in.
Oh, selling, not buying.
I fully intend to buy some things if I find things that may suit me, but I also have a few things that are of no use to me.
Well, it's an interesting argument. They're no use to you, but you think they'll be of use to me?
I think they may be, and Gregory holds up a diamond and a large pearl.
Oh,
That Michael Mayer, did you forget I had those or no?
no.
Okay. I was not sure. I forgot I had them until this very moment.
Oh, lovely. Do you mind if I examine them?
Of course.
And he walks behind his counter and he gets out a magnifying monocle and flips it over his eye, and he flips a few extra magnifications and takes the diamond and holds it up by the candlelight inside the mercantile. He says, "Oh, this is rather fine quality. May I ask why you are looking to part with such a lovely gem?"
Not exactly things that would be tremendously beneficial to me. They're not only components that I require in my spells. And I would like to exchange them and, well, I'm in need of some perhaps beefier armor as well as some healing potions and anything of the arcana that you may possess.
Hang on to your diamond for now. Perhaps maybe we can come to some sort of an arrangement.
Do love a good picture.
I do love a good arrangement too. So you said you were looking for healing potions, yes?
Always.
Everyone in Barovia is so shady.
Wait, can I harm?
Everybody.
Yeah, it's a shady area. It's a fucking shady place.
Yeah, I'll buy your diamond. No. Let's work out.
It's a lovely diamond. I don't want it.
Yeah.
Sierra, if you are hot, the fan can be turned so it's pointed more towards you also.
Or I can just,
If that's something you're interested in.
there's a lot of heat coming off.
Yeah, that's
He was a big boy.
All
It's a
good.
big flame.
all good. And he says, "Oh yeah, absolutely. I have healing potions." And he gets a bin, and he pops the bin on the counter, and you can see it's full of standard healing potions. He says, "How many do you feel that you need?"
I have a question that, like, off the table. The jewelry and the stuff that we got out of, like, the master bedroom and stuff like that. What do you guys usually do?
I
Usually,
only got money. I didn't take any.
yeah, I think I'm the one that got the jewelry.
Okay, it's like the 3 rings and the platinum with topaz thing. That was.
Is that stuff that we were supposed to add in, or were you adding that?
That should be stuff that you guys would add in.
Yeah, I only took money.
Two ended up taking all that. I know I took most of it.
I don't think I got anything.
Well, I didn't know what you guys do, like, with party funds.
Yeah.
Like how
Usually
you
just
store
kind
them?
of pool it, and then if anyone specifically really needs something, we just kind of buy it and then divvy it out ish.
Okay.
If Gregory feels like it.
Yeah. Right now I'm trying to sell the
Agreed.
diamond and the pearl. I did not know I was supposed to have that stuff.
No, that's not a problem. I just like
Yeah.
I don't
did not
remember.
have
Jiggle up top. Yeah.
I don't remember how much I said the diamond was worth.
I have 100 GP written next to it.
That sounds right.
Yeah, and same for the pearl.
The topaz.
So it's a small diamond and a large one.
Yeah, the 3 rings were 25 each, and the platinum and the topaz.
Yeah.
was
750.
And who has the platinum with topaz?
I think
That would also be.
yeah, I think I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You kind of always have all that stuff, which is fine. You know, it's.
Yeah.
I usually tell you to just take that stuff anyway, and then if we need
Yeah.
it, we talk about it.
Okay.
Wait. Okay, switch the screen. I have
Oh my
alternate screens that I can switch between.
Wait.
That's cool.
If
You move more towards the middle. Well, there's a delay also, so yeah, you won't
True.
see it right away.
Oh, there was.
Yep. So now you actually,
laughing.
yep. So now we actually have a screen where I
You
can
can do it
switch
again.
and have the map on the screen also.
So is it actual Sierra,
We're way
or is
too
it like,
late.
or is it like a doppelganger?
It's definitely doppelganger. 100%. Absolutely.
As he's talking,
Yeah.
I'm going to let my eyes glow a bit and scan the room for other magic.
Okay. Stand by for a moment. As you scan about the room, you're able to detect that there is one shelf off in the back corner, and you don't see anything that looks abnormal to you that you're not familiar with, but there are crystals, there are orbs, a couple wands, there are some holy symbols, and some spell components. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Fairly generic magical
As
items.
you're talking to him, I'll let you know what I see. That it looks like if there's any magic on that shelf.
So I'm looking for some potions of greater healing.
Potions. I don't.
Oh, this is the same.
Frankly, I don't carry anything that's extensive here at the Mercantile.
And Gregory flashes the platinum topaz.
Oh! Potion. I misheard you at first. I thought you said something else. You said potions, greater healing potion. Oh, of course. And he reaches underneath the counter and you hear the click of a lock, and he comes back out with a smaller chest and opens it, and you see 2 shining red vials that glint in the
Orange with,
candlelight.
like, your ear. I think it's the same.
So, you make these yourself, or who do you have as a supplier?
Why would you not have these on display?
Well, I mean,
We clearly look like we have money.
I don't. Well, frankly, you look a little dirty. But
You probably do.
I mean, most people don't keep their most expensive items out where they're easily accessible to anybody who happens to walk through my shop.
Right, but you told us you didn't have them.
Well, all I saw was a small diamond and a pearl. I'm not going to flash my wares to anybody. I mean, now he's speaking my language, though.
Can I roll insight just to make sure we can trust him?
Yeah, go ahead and roll insight.
It's a nat 20 plus 2.
Yo, he is
Wow.
sketchy AF. Everything on his counters and on his shelves is real, though. You just feel like you don't trust him for some reason.
So we don't trust him as a person, but all
As a person,
all
but his shit's real.
Okay. So, let's say, you know, I have this topaz amulet, I have this diamond, I have this pearl, I have these few rings. You know, we're going to be doing, you know, a fairly large purchase here. I would expect there would be some sort of bulk discount.
Oh, a bulk discount. A bulk discount at my shop? No, there's no such thing as a bulk discounted bill drifts.
Oh,
Well-
do you have quite a few people coming through here?
It looks a little empty in
Yeah.
here.
I mean, I have what I need.
The door was locked when we arrived.
It's closed, not locked.
I can see this turning south.
We should have been there.
No.
If they were going to try to control it,
Well,
I like it's happening and I'm not there.
I mean, it's a
We're gonna
simple.
walk around the corner. And
It's a simple matter of do you want
start stealing
my items or not? If you want them, you'll pay for them.
Oh, we have no problem.
With your stealth, you would just start stealing
Then what is the
stuff.
problem?
I'm just letting you know that we have quite a bit of wealth here that we would love to part with, and we expect
This ring is lovely, yes.
we expect a fair trade.
Well, I have these 2 healing potions, and I would say that is pretty fair.
So I would estimate, you know, what we have here to be probably around 1,000 gold pieces. And you're saying that you believe 2 greater healing potions are worth 1,000 gold pieces?
Well, you know, your pale friend over there does seem to be looking at the magical artifacts. Maybe pick out a couple of those as well. I think that would be fair.
I think did you see something that you found of
Well,
interest?
I mean, those caught my eye.
The lantern?
I point to the shelf that I saw.
David, that candle in front of your dice tower is precariously on the edge of the table. If you could perhaps move it over in front of Caleb, maybe.
You don't want to drop wax all over the TV screen?
I just mostly don't want to dive bomb a candle on the TV screen.
Yeah,
The
probably.
wax isn't a problem.
The wax isn't an issue.
It'll come off.
A little WD-4. No. But please, my pale friend with the red eyes over there. What would you like?
I don't know what's. I mean, I just. Like I said,
I have several nice crystals.
I would love to take a look.
Sure.
Okay.
There's several like large quartz crystals. Multiple items that could be used as like an arcane focus. I'm not sure if any of your spells require crystals or a magic orb, but he has basic spell components on that shelf as well if there's anything you're running low on.
Marge chuckles and she's like, yeah, the quartz is really good for anxiety.
Anxiety.
Well, maybe your elf friend should buy some quartz.
Suppose,
Herbert's going for it.
well, I'm not exactly one that you would call anxious.
I mean, you seem rather high strung.
So combative.
It'll be
I'm
interesting.
telling you.
I know.
Michael does this on purpose.
On purpose. Me?
I don't know if strong is the right word, as well as
Pissed off.
self-aware.
Oh, self-aware. Well, you seem. Well, you seem aware enough to know that you don't really have a whole lot of options if healing potions are what you're in the market for.
Oh, I'm fully aware of that, but like I said, we're interested in the graders, and my friend over there.
Throw in. I will sell you the 2 greater health potions. I will sell you a couple quartz crystals, and you can take your pick of the magical components on the shelf on your way out, and I'll keep that ring of yours.
The one I'm wearing, or one of
The topaz and platinum ring.
Okay.
As I'm like looking through the stuff, anything that would look similar to what a Bloodwell vial would look like.
standby.
Like, goes, what are the consequences of
Tasha's.
saying yes?
I don't know if I have Tasha's.
Okay.
We don't need the quartz, so I'm pushing it. I
Yeah.
don't want to spend that money unless one quartz.
What?
Yeah, what he said.
What was that?
Yeah. All right.
Are you like actually asking him that, or are you asking him
I'm-
out of character?
I'm asking out of character if it's something that I see.
You do see something that looks like that on the shelf.
And I say, instead of the quartz, what about this little vial? That be one of our options?
A very interesting taste.
It caught my eye.
Give me a deception check.
It's in the dishes.
24.
He says, well, you know, I suppose we are all inclined to find whatever suits us. Yes, I would say add that to the list. For that lovely platinum and topaz ring that you have, I will give you the 2 greater potions, some spell components, and that very interesting vial that your friend wants off the shelf.
And for the pearl and the diamond, we would take 4 general potions.
2.
7.
1.
We'll pass for now.
Understood.
We go back to 2.
Give me a persuasion check.
It's highway robbery.
That's what Bildrith does. Bildrith's about that highway robbery.
I don't like you.
That's a good number.
And persuasion?
Yeah.
25.
He pushes 2 regular healing potions across the table. He says, your pale friend makes a good deal.
It's a pleasure doing business with you, my friend.
Mutual, I'm sure. And he takes the diamond, the pearl, and the topaz ring, hands you the 2 greater healing potions, the 2 standard healing potions, the vial, and your spell components. And I will allow you guys to decide
I was
how you want to distribute whenever.
I
Yeah.
did want a greater healing,
So-
otherwise. Because I used one on this one.
So if
On
you
this
want to
guy.
take a
This
You
one.
want a greater?
No, I have a regular potion.
I have 3 regulars.
I have 2 regulars, there's just one of
Okay, so I'll take 1 greater and I'll take the other 2 regulars for me.
Tyler says throw in a
That
pogo
Arthur.
stick and it's a
That
deal.
was hilarious.
Arthur, we can give him
Okay.
back.
So meanwhile, while all this is happening, we'll sort of fade to white.
It's
And
just a +1, correct?
what's that?
It's just a +1.
Yes.
Did you do the dishes?
Yeah, we heard that. What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
You don't cook. You're supposed to be sitting and enjoying D&D.
I was listening.
Your 7 children. Your 7 children are fine. Sit and enjoy D&D. As you guys are all having your little shopping excursion, Arthur and Theron, you are making your way across the town. You have a decent walk up the hill to the north end of the town. You can see the castle looming off of the cliffs to the north as you make your way up, and
Arthur's been kind of silent this walk, and he kind of during the walk he kind of looks over at Theron and he says, you know, there was a lot of us that were worried about you, and all I want to say is that the next time that you go to take a liberty like that with your life, just know that that may affect others in the party more than you know. This party's the closest thing that I personally have ever had to a family.
So just know that the implications of your actions, and we both know Gregory's not pleased with you either. I know your intentions were well meant and that it worked, but think about what happened if it didn't work.
It's hard to hear, but it's hard to hear, but I just keep telling myself that not being able to do it, none of you would be alive to be mad at me anyway.
And I think that we understand that.
Emergency, like what's the emergency?
How could any one of you have let me and watched me cut my throat like that? Like, I tried to explain it, you all would have started talking me out of it.
And we
I
may
had
have,
to act. I had to be impulsive.
I know that several of us had other thoughts of what may have been able to work, and we may have rather faced whatever could have happened together rather than without. That's all I have to say about that. I know where you're coming from, Thera. I just want you to know.
I don't want to be the doc
I
again.
don't think you're there.
Not there.
Stop it.
It's nice that you agree.
Thanks for thinking about it, but
I,
Parents,
You know.
I,
I did have a doppelganger.
I appreciate the direct. I appreciate your direct words, Arthur. And maybe there could have been another way, but then explain why my God would have revealed himself to me. There been a better option. I have to believe that there was a reason he told me a sacrifice was needed.
I understand your reason.
I know none of you able to see what I saw, the vision I had. But I'll talk to Gregory. Thank you.
Yep, that's all I gotta say about that. Let's go talk to your cleric friend here and see if maybe he can fix your vocal
I don't
cords.
know if anyone around here's a friend.
They're not wrong.
So as you
I imagine it's chilly outside.
make your way up the hill, a gust works its way down from the north, and you can see the flags, the banners of the castle billowing. You find yourself at the entrance to a church. You can tell that the church has been weathering the assault of evil for centuries. It is worn and weary. There are scratches at some of the doors. The rafters creak in the wind. There are no symbols that you notice. That's not true. Above the door, there is one symbol. There is a symbol of the sun. And as you make your way into...
Can I roll to see what that symbol, like the deeper meaning of that, what the sun means?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a religion check.
Can I give myself guidance?
1d20 back here.
Can I give myself guidance on that check?
Tyler goes, Gerald's killing it. I thought I was watching a Gerard Butler movie.
Oh, perfect. Yes.
That's not good.
He's never gonna get
That's
that.
a 7.
You are unfamiliar with the symbol in the same way that you are unfamiliar with the deities of this land, which is part of the reason that you're here in the first place. Do you make your way into the church?
Arthur, Arthur, we're here. I guess we might as well see who's inside.
Yeah, I don't see any reason. I mean, it seems like it would be safe enough to open and go inside. So,
As you push open the creaking ancient doors of this chapel, they open wide to reveal a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall leading to the brightly lit chapel at the end.
I think I'd ask Arthur, like,
Arthur, are you sensing any danger?
I would like to utilize my stealth and also perceive, if that makes sense. I would like to.
well, there's a really noisy door that we just pushed open, so I don't think
Was
there's.
very noisy.
I don't think there's any way to be stealthy.
Well, either way, I should still be able to.
I mean, the church itself is lit.
Yeah.
The hallway that you're walking through is dark.
It's
for the
lit.
first 20 feet, but there.
Well, which is why I want to use stealth. I want to creep forward and see if I can notice anything. Because even if something heard the door open, if they are not seeing it immediately, and I'm sticking to the shadows.
Give me a stealth check and a perception check.
Stealth is 8. That's not good. And
8 with all your modifiers?
exactly. And a 9 for perception.
bright
None of that went well.
It is bright outside.
It is. Okay.
Yeah.
We're casting shadows like down
Right,
all
well,
the
very
church.
long
Yeah.
ones.
You
right
open
down
the
far
door to the church, and Arthur, you walk in and you're kind of like walking along the wall.
Yeah.
And like your bow is like scraping the wall as you walk down the hallway. And you can clearly see at the end of the hall, there's a man in
Arthur, I can be
robes.
quieter.
There's a man in robes kneeling over the altar at the front of the church, and you can hear your half-elf ears are able to pick up his muttered prayers as he prays at the altar of this church. You don't notice anything
Not
suspicious.
perceiving anything.
Other than the only thing that you notice that seems odd for a church is that all of the pews are destroyed. There is debris everywhere in the sanctuary of the church.
Okay, I kind of quietly go back over to Theron and I say, "This is your guy, but this place is pretty messed up."
As you are having that conversation with Theron,
That's better
From-
than the children.
from somewhere in the church, you hear a human scream.
Uh,
I love when I stop you guys in your tracks.
Yeah.
You have to stop and think about what you want to do for a second. The priest at the altar of the church looks down for a second and then continues his prayers.
I'm going to cast Detect Rolling Good.
Okay.
I can tell within 30 feet if there's an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet, as well as where they are.
Mhm.
I also know if anything has been magically consecrated or desecrated.
What do you say/do?
I cast off my hood and I say, a little right, and I say, Ilmatar, show me your way.
as he's doing this, I cast Pass Without a Trace on myself and him.
As Theron begins praying to Ilmatar, you begin to be enveloped in shadowy tendrils that sort of wrap themselves around you, and your shadows that you were casting down this hallway with the open doors begin to fade and blur as you both are engulfed in the darkness of this tunnel. closing the doors. And Theron, you feel almost like a string tugging. You can sense that.
Who heard that?
You heard what?
Close the doors.
That was me as the DM saying that if you want to move quietly, the light source behind you.
Okay. Okay. So.
Yeah.
Well, I cast Pass Without a Trace.
Yes, but there is still
Doors are open.
the sun behind you. So like, pass without a trace is great, but like it would be better if you were in the shadows.
All right. A veil of shadows
Now I'm
and
saying-
silence
now I'm
radiates
saying-
from you,
Mm-hmm.
masking you and a companion from detection.
Mm-hmm.
For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a +10 bonus to stealth dexterity checks. Can't be tracked except by magical means. A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other trace of its passage.
But with the doors open and there's like light just shining down this hallway.
Right.
And so they still know.
Yeah,
there's
it
people
doesn't
in the
say
hallway.
anything about light impeding it.
I understand.
Okay,
I'm just saying it would work better
that's what it should.
if it were also dark behind you rather than being in direct, well, not direct
Arthur
sunlight.
turns around and closes the door.
Beautiful. and suddenly the hallway is pitch black. Theron, you can see the church, you can see the chapel itself, but you are engulfed in darkness. Arthur, with your dark vision, you gotta go.
I gotta head out.
All right.
I might. That's yours. I don't know how long this will take. I'll send you a text.
Yeah,
when I'm done.
shoot me a text or something if you can make it back.
Okay.
All right.
Good luck.
Thank you. He's on call tonight, so he has to answer the emergency line. Arthur, with your dark vision, you can see clearly that there are 4 doors in this dark hallway, and you can also clearly see the priest at the end of the hallway, but now you are moving silently and engulfed by shadow. Theron, your detect good and evil pings both good and evil. You can sense goodness coming from the priest at the altar, and you can also sense evil coming from the priest at the altar. But what is interesting about the evil is it seems like it's coming from below him.
Okay. Well, I feel like, am I sensing like he's in danger?
Theron, what are you sensing?
And as you stand there in the shadows, you hear another scream, and this time hear the scream, you can make it out, and it says, "Father, please."
I extend my pass without a trace to him.
I figured.
Not to Theron. To
The priest?
the priest. Any creature I choose.
Arthur, I need to talk to him.
Yes, he would be enveloped with us. He would also be able to talk to him, but then he also would not be perceived by any.
And as your shadowy aura begins enveloping the priest at the end of the hall, he turns from the altar and he says, What are you doing? Why are you desecrating this house?"
I need to talk to you. I was told to seek the priest Donovic.
What are you searching for a priest for? Why have you summoned shadows in this house of worship? And he starts praying. He says, "O morning lord, please give me strength, give me guidance to ward off these evil intruders."
These shadows are only to protect us, so that way we may speak to each other.
He holds up a symbol of the sun, and about 5 feet in front of you, this ball of sunlight explodes in the hallway, and your eyes were attuned to the darkness that you had created, and you give me both Constitution saving throw.
8.
12.
You are both temporarily blinded.
Arthur, can you remove your spell?
I don't know. Can I?
Yeah, you can cancel it at any time.
Mean you no harm.
That's exactly what a demon would say. One of Strahd's demons.
I swear it. I'm a cleric, much like you.
I'm his companion.
Give me a persuasion check.
Both of us?
No, Theron. He is the shadow aura gone now?
Yes.
Yeah, he canceled it.
Yes.
He lowers his holy symbol, and the sunlight fades, leaving the hallway once again dark, and you are no longer blinded. He says, Why did you say you came to my church? No, nobody comes to the church anymore.
Is light. Is daylight the...
Do you want me to do something?
Sure. A Guinness would be amazing.
Yeah, you got it. You guys got it.
Oh.
I've learned that, oh, it's fine. I learned my character is not in the room, so
She
I can
is.
go. I can go get you stuff.
She was not in the room when it happened.
Right.
What do you where happened?
Are you
Want me to
having
surprise you?
In the room where it happened.
Yes.
Yes.
It's from Hamilton.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, please.
All right.
I'm sorry. What did you say? In
I was asking if casting if
Show my intentions. Yeah, I saw the sun symbol outside.
Yes.
May I show you I have light as well?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. That would be. Okay.
I cast daylight.
Ooh.
Basically,
Basically, same spell. Same spell that you cast.
I mean it's called different, but 60-foot radius of light.
You just make it daylight in
Yeah.
the chapel. And he says,
Choose a point, so I'm gonna say like the middle here, so it
Yeah.
kind of illuminates everything.
"Oh, the morning Lord be praised. You must be sent. You must be sent by him. Yes."
I am a worshipper of Ilmatar. I recognize the goodness of the seeming goodness of who you worship. I am here only to learn, not to preach to you.
And as you are having this,
Arthur says, what is that screaming?
and Donovich sort of stares off into space for a moment, and he says, "That was my son. Maybe you are a holy man, yes?"
I do not get called that very often, but try to be.
Maybe you could help him.
What kind of help does he need?
He ran away from the village some time ago, and when he returned, he was different. He was oh, thank you so much. He was different. He was hungrier. Always hungry. Not in control of himself. I had to lock him in the basement. It was for his own good, I promise. The Morning Lord is working. We're going to help him. I speak with the Morning Lord day and night, and we will find a cure.
Tell me about this morning woman. So, do you worship him?
He's one of the two deities that we have here in Barovia. We have the Morning
I'm
Lord.
trying not to show concern on my face. I'm trying very hard
And you
not
can-
to be very, very
You can tell
upset.
that concerned for his son, but he also seems a little bit out of his mind. And he says, "Oh, we have two deities here in Barovia. We have the Morning Lord." Oh, no,
While he starts explaining, can I just reach over to Arthur and I just say,
Stay calm.
Are you saying this like?
yeah, just like,
Give me a sleight of hand.
like don't do anything, don't do anything. Don't do anything without checking, like, make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah. Give me sleight of hand.
Like slit your throat or like.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, got it.
Decided him.
Ooh, that turned over nice for you. You managed to kind of whisper under your breath, and Donovich, he says, he's not even paying attention to what you said to Arthur. He's like talking to the floor, like turned kind of to the side. He says, "Oh, we have the Morning Lord. Rules over the day, and we have Mother Night, and she rules obviously over the night, and it's somewhat self-explanatory. Day, night,
Following.
masculine, feminine,
no.
the light, the dark.
I'm following you.
Oh, hey, follow the Morning Lord.
No, I'm following along with.
Oh, lovely, good. Yes,
You
so I
can
pray.
tell Arthur, like, obviously you said that, so he's keeping himself under
We
control.
are following.
But he's like white knuckling his crossbow as he's holding it.
And Donovich is just looking at all. It's almost like he doesn't even hear the screams coming from somewhere in the church, and he says, "Well, I mean, I pray to the Morning Lord every day. Every day I make my supplications, and he hasn't. I know he hears me. He hasn't done anything yet, but he will. He will. You'll see. Maybe if you help me pray, will you stay? Will you stay and pray with me? We will heal my son together."
Tell me, how can we see your son? Maybe I can help.
You would help him.
Sounds like he's in terrible pain. My God teaches me to take on the burdens of others and help in whatever way I can.
A bit.
Which explains the scar across my throat and the Batman-like voice.
I make no assumptions.
Arthur's tapping his foot at this moment.
And he says, I suppose if you'd help maybe the Morning Lord.
And I'm just like, I kind of see Arthur. I'm like,
Not like he's impatient, but like, you know, the way that you're talking about how you cut your throat and like blah blah blah, like he's just upset with that. You know what I mean?
He says, well, perhaps you could help. I do have a bit of a problem though. I put my son in the basement for safekeeping. And I seem to have misplaced the key to the door. Perhaps either of you could be strong enough to lift it. And he pulls aside the rug of the altar, and you can see that there is a trapdoor with a metal hinge that is holding it, and it is locked.
I just kind of you know, nod my head at the trapdoor, and
We can help.
And you can tell now that the sound is coming directly from underneath the trapdoor.
Arthur, he says he's lost the key to the door.
Can I use sleight of hands to try and open it?
No, not unless you have thieves' tools
I have a crowbar.
and are proficient. Then you can make a strength check with advantage.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Tip
Is there a way that we could do it together?
He already has advantage.
Okay.
13 and
And I'm not turning my while he's doing that. I'm
17.
making sure that I have not turned my back on this priest.
I mean, he's standing right in front of the strap door. He's
Yeah.
literally, he's just standing there.
Actually,
Yeah. So you guys, you want to use the
yeah,
wand?
please,
Go ahead.
please.
Oh,
I got it.
yeah.
it doesn't count unless you use the
Unless you use the wand to move the miniature.
out of character. I just bought this.
The
and it
trapdoor
it's
is
not working.
right here.
Do you want to throw it? Do you want to drive over
So you
it?
guys are
So
absolutely.
he's working
do.
on that, and I'm just making sure that I'm looking at the priest.
Yeah, with a what did you say? A 13 and a 17.
Yes.
Yeah. You get the edge of your crowbar underneath the lock as you wrench it back, and
It's
the
not
lock
a large crowbar.
the lock pops open
it's not
and
gonna
skitters across the floor. And
Technically wouldn't work.
as like the seal on this lock cracks and the door lifts a little bit as you're using the crowbar, the stench of death just sort of wafts up from the basement of the church.
Arthur, before you open that any further, I did detect. Need to be careful. Very, very careful.
Very quiet.
I can't see in the dark, so I can't see down there.
Very
Most likely.
There is a rope that is tied off on like the underside of the beam, and the rope leads down into the dark basement below.
Am I sensing undead? I have favorite enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Am I sensing undead?
Yes.
I also whisper to Pharaoh and I say, I have fought many undead before. Beyond anything else, I'm sensing undead. Maybe too far gone for
Dominic, what happened to your son? How did you put him down there?
Well, I lured him down there.
Why?
He said he was hungry.
Is he hungry for human?
He didn't say human. He said blood.
Have you been trying to help him?
Prayer mostly. And blood.
What's his son's name again?
He hasn't told you his son's name yet.
What is your son's name?
Oh, my son is Doru.
Yoru. How are you feeling today? I speak Infernal, which is the undead language.
He is speaking common. He screams from the basement that he is starving.
Oh,
So he's not undead,
Death.
but he speaks common?
He was a human.
Right, but once you're dead, don't... Okay,
He speaks common.
got it.
Vampires speak any language that they knew in life.
You're saying he's a vampire.
We don't know what he is.
Well, listen, he's hungry for blood.
He could be a zombie.
Well, now you know the secret's out.
Good, you got it out of him.
Fucking
I
annoying.
turn to Theron and I
Figure
say,
it out.
But no.
Right.
this might be something where we may need the rest of our party. Do you want to continue on our own here? Or do you think we should try and get the...
We'll use our walkie-talkies.
How about you? And he says, "You said you would help him."
I can
But
I can
we
get...
need more help.
All I need to do is go outside and I can summon one of my underlings to fetch the party. I'll get help.
I can just see it.
Oh,
Stay within
literally.
stay within the eyesight of the front door. So I tell him to stay within eyesight of the front door. I go out front and I open the door, and I
Use your criminal.
use my criminal mischief background. And somehow I know people in Barovia. I may not know a Barovia, but I even have people in Barovia. I summon an underling child I would like to speak with.
And as you, how do you summon them? Do you have like a ritual? What do you have on you?
Yeah, so what I do is I go outside, out front, and I do a whistle, kind of the
Very specific.
very specific whistle that obviously anyone who's ever worked for me before knows and is terrified of me. So they are, if they know that if they don't respond quickly, that there could be consequences.
As you whistle, you see a young Vistani boy casually step out of one of the northernmost houses in Barovia, and he closes the door behind him, and he casually trots up to you, and he says, "Yes, sir, how may I help you?"
I need you to run to the store. The rest of my party is there. You'll see them. You'll see a man in robes that looks like a mage. And you'll see a very, very small thing.
Round. Very round.
Little
Curves.
woman. Curves.
Okay.
Thick.
Understood, yes.
Bring them back here to me. I give you
Just
one
the two of them?
the mage, the little one, and you'll see a pale complexion man as well that will be with them. You'll see them speaking to each other. You'll know that they're all part of the party. Bring them all back here immediately. Take this with you now, and I have something else for you when you return. I give them one gold piece.
Oh, beautiful. I will be right back. And he turns and much quicker runs down the hill to the town. How often can you use that?
That's a good question.
Once per campaign.
Once per, I was almost never gonna let you use that because you're in Barovia.
He could
No,
have.
I like it. He knows
Yeah.
criminal organizations that have somehow made their way into Barovia too.
Maybe he was doing that like while we're sleeping. Like little
The
connections.
merchant background.
It's the
Criminal
criminal
contacts.
background.
You have a reliable and trustworthy contact who acts as your liaison to a network of other criminals. You know how to get messages to and from your contact, even or a greater distance. Specifically, you know the local messengers, corrupt caravan masters, and CD tailors who can deliver messages for you.
Caravan masters would work very well in Barovia.
Caravan masters, also local messengers. So this little boy probably also does messages for who and ever or whatever. So yeah.
And while he's doing that, I'm just trying to ask Donovic more questions. Like, when did he first notice like this happening to his son?
I'm staying at the front door with the door open so I can have clear line of sight of him, but I'm looking for the party to come up over the hill essentially.
Okay. So what do you asking? What do you want to know?
Donovic?
Yes.
Donovic, we're getting more specialized help for your son. But walk me through
Specialized.
It's his mission.
when did you first notice him change?
Oh, it was probably several years ago.
Several years.
Yes, I lost the key winter of last year. It was probably almost 1 year before that I put him down there. Yes.
How often you do?
It's been little over a year since I lost the key.
So he's hungry.
That's what he says.
Okay.
Is there something I can slide back over that Trapdoor.
You can just close the trap door.
Yeah, closing the trapdoor. Thought it was closed. Closing the trapdoor.
Okay.
Absolutely closing the trapdoor.
Okay.
Don't want to try to fight. Well, I mean, I guess he could be an emaciated vampire. I just don't know enough about vampires to know whether that could happen. So
That's why I'm getting March.
yeah, I'm shutting that door again, and I am
Just very casually.
want to slide something over it.
Stand on
I guess
top of it.
I'm thinking it's weird that a vampire wouldn't have been able to claw his way through the floorboards.
I'm not
As
known for clawing, though.
as you
You're not with me.
as you close the door to the basement, Arthur, you see running up the hill at a brisk pace the rest of your party, sans Gregory.
He's not
Arkin and
He's
Marge,
taking a poop.
he stayed behind to have further negotiations with Bildrith. He did not like the way that their deal was settled, and he was also going to go see Ismark to find out more information about going to the Burgomaster and acquiring a horse and a wagon. So it is just you two that make your way up the hill. So Arthur, you
I
see
look, I
Marge.
look at the boy and I say, "Where's Gregory?"
Oh, I apologize, sir. He said he had other business and you could go fuck yourself.
Boy, you know who I am, don't you?
Oh, I know who you are. Gregory appears not to know.
I will count this as a failure.
He did say that.
It's okay. I will count this as a failure.
I understand. And he turns and runs away.
Grimnar shall hear this. And I still toss him the coin.
He's so nervous that he drops it and picks it up off the ground as he runs back down into the town. It makes it in the notes anyway.
No, the name Grimdar went into the note.
Good.
So the four of you, well, the three of you
Don't care
enter
about
into
that.
the church, and you find
Yes.
you find Theron having like a very sort of like trying to pass the time conversation with Donovich at the front of the church, and he's just sort of he like looks over at you guys and he kind of like kicks the trap door and he's like,
Yeah, before you guys walk over there,
I'm doing that, or Donovic's doing that?
you're doing
No,
it.
you're-
Before you guys walk over there, you're dealing with a very aggressively angry father who has trapped his son downstairs. I've heard from over here. Been down there for over a year. I think he's a vampire. I'm not sure. He's definitely undead. I sense the undead, but he says that he's hungry for blood and he hasn't eaten in over a year. So the father may be mad.
Or a vampire spawn.
I don't know, but I will say that the father may be mad.
Who's your
He
guy
attacked
you're
us.
supposed to find
Mad
again,
or-
Dominic?
Donovan,
Angry.
the mad
Okay.
priest. Yeah,
He's a nut job. Not
yeah,
that-
not angry mad.
Dominic,
Right.
Dominic's
Yes.
the father,
Yeah.
so we gotta help
We
his
just
son.
need to tread lightly, but there's a chance that we may just have to kill it and then deal with the father after. I'm not sure.
Maybe two.
and Donovich looks up
Well,
as the
I do have a silver dagger now.
Donovich looks up as the three of you enter. He says, "Oh, Theron, your friends, they're here. You all help my son, yes?
Huh?
We will do our
Yeah.
best.
You are diminutive, but you look very feisty.
I'm a fussy one.
I like your sword. Please, you won't use that on my son, will you?
Marge like is nervously laughing.
I would not use. I would not use that on your son.
Thank you. And Donovich does a double take as he looks at you. So, I will open this and you will go talk to Doru and you will make him feel better, yes?
Yeah, we're gonna go make him feel better.
Oh, lovely. Oh, this is perfect. And Donovich opens the trapdoor and you see the rope once again descending down into darkness.
I think this would be a good opportunity for like Marge.
I have great dark
What?
vision.
Okay,
I do
so
as well.
Great dark vision.
I think that if me and Marge went down, I could also cast Veil of Shadows on us again,
Yeah.
so we could at least try and get a little insight.
yeah, I have turn on dead guys. I'm a cleric. Like,
We're all going down. So I cast
Going down, down, and around.
I cast Veil of Shadows on all.
Cast Veil of Shadows again.
On all.
Why don't you guys just leave the cleric upstairs and talk over these? I'm just hanging out up here. You guys got this.
No. Why don't you come down?
So who's going down into the basement?
I am.
Todos? Yeah.
yeah, but okay, if you're
Aye,
casting
aye.
Veil of Shadows, then I am blind. Because I need to cast light.
It says nothing about that in Veil of Shadows.
I'm just
Yeah, but
putting
it's dark
this
down
out.
there.
You don't understand.
Pitch black.
I have to cast
So then
light
you're
to see.
so you are just you're gonna be blind no matter what you do down there. A veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. For the duration, and each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a +10 bonus to dexterity stealth. Checks can't be tracked except by magical means. A creature that receives the bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage. It says nothing about light doing anything. But if you can't see without light regardless, then you are going to be blind down there regardless. Anything that you do with light is only going to impede all of us.
Right, because it would put shadows on you.
Correct.
So
Except
gonna
the
say-
shadows are there's a veil of shadows.
I'm
but
gonna,
the light won't do
I'm
anything.
gonna do the creepiest thing possible, and I'm going to rappel down the rope and stay at the bottom.
Where there's one single
Yeah, where the
beam
light
of
that I
like it.
cast, the
I like it.
daylight I cast, is shining light directly on that spot. I'm gonna stand there and listen. I'm just gonna listen to what you guys are doing.
Okay. So,
But I can't see anything that's happening.
as you rappel down into the undercroft of the chapel, everyone except for Theron, you see rough-hewn walls and a floor made of damp hay and earth. There are rotting wooden pillars that strain under the weight of the wooden ceiling. The daylight from the chapel above looms down in one very thin beam on the floor directly below the trapdoor. And the three of you glimpse in the corner a gaunt shape that looks remotely human.
How far away?
Stand by.
Is this what we're seeing?
You guys are here. Actually, you're here.
I don't know if it would be history, but we don't know it's a bit.
Right. Are we seeing
I'm
here?
gonna check. Maybe a history check or something where Marge is trying to like figure out if he's like actually. Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna quickly prepare something.
And all you guys get +10 to stealth. So.
That wasn't good.
No.
That's a 5.
In the darkness, it's a
Mark's
little tough for you to
big.
tell.
Okay.
Arkin, why don't you go ahead and give me a history check?
16.
You immediately recognize the figure as a vampire spawn.
Maybe it's a spawn.
And due to the enveloping shadows around you, you're able to have like a quiet conversation without alerting him.
Marge, knowing that it's a spawn, is there any way that we can bring it back, or do we have to kill it? Have to kill it. Let's get this over with. If they run, we have to kill it. Do you want to maybe go?
Could someone tell me what the level is of a spawn?
But the level is of the spawn is not something that
Yeah.
So when it comes to turn on death,
I know what you're trying to do.
but I need someone
I
that's
know. You can try it and see if it works or not.
I like it. Whatever you're doing, do it.
But knowing the challenge rating of a creature is not something that you.
Okay, so
are
I'm
able
going.
to-
I'm going to cast I'm going to cast light onto my hand, and so I can guide myself to.
As soon as you cast light, the four of you are immediately illuminated in the basement, and the creature that was at the wall instantly screams and charges at you, and all he yells is "Starving!" And he charges at you, and now I need you to roll initiative.
Did I have I wanted to equip my silver short sword.
It's equipped. You have it.
I got
Yeah.
19.
Two. Oh, I have
7,
15.
19 for me.
19, 2. Good.
Yeah.
Wolf.
First in the turn order is Arthur.
Yes! Alright. Off of there, go away. Okay. I'm
A
going
light
to
spell in the
use...
dark basement.
I mean, I wasn't shining it out towards them. I was just kind of shining it,
Well, you made a flashlight on the ground.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone over here.
I didn't think it would
am,
illuminate them.
I'm going to use
Why wouldn't
ensnaring.
it?
So I was shining it at them.
Yeah, but it
a
immediately
light-
identifies as
light
where
spell.
you
It's not
are
a-
as the light source, and
Me, no, me.
not-
I understand.
it's not like
because-
they're next to you.
It's a light-
You're all in like a 5-foot space of each other.
I am going to
Light spell,
move.
Not a hooded lantern.
5, 10, 15, 20 feet.
Okay.
And then I am going to
So now you're
use-
back in darkness.
I am back in darkness.
Yep.
And I am going to use Ensnaring Strike.
You gonna blap him?
Are you talking about my new special? Or are you just talking about...
You know, just gonna,
Yeah. That is a 15 to hit. Let's go, alright. So now we're gonna roll damage. That is 6 damage, and now my follow-up hit.
one of your crossbow bolts sinks itself into his shoulder. He screeches.
And now I get a follow-up attack. For my secondary attack, I'm also going to use my new sharpshooter feat.
Fancy lad.
Attacking at long range doesn't impose disadvantage of your ranged weapon attack rolls, and your ranged weapon attacks ignore half cover, 3/4 cover. Before you make an attack with a ranged weapon that you are proficient with, you can choose to take -5 penalty to the attack roll and add +10 to the attack's damage.
Go for it. A gambling man.
16 minus 5, 11.
Misses. In the darkness, your second crossbow bolt shoots over its shoulder and thuds into the wall behind it. Your first one lodged into its shoulder, though.
Okay.
Bonus action?
Nope.
Nope. You ensnaring striked it
I did.
with the first shot, right?
Yes.
Remind me what that means.
It still has to get hit by me again for the ensnare to actually happen. So it is not ensnared yet. On my next turn,
Okay.
if it's still alive and I hit it, it'll be ensnared and won't be able to move.
Okay. What's your class?
Ranger.
Ranger. He's a gloom stalker. Got it. Ranger.
Yeah,
Up
the next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack, so because it says the next time,
Gotcha.
the first one hit, so the ensnaring strike's there, I just have to actually hit it again and then it pops out.
Well, you can use your bonus action before. I mean, you said you were using ensnaring strike before your first shot,
You're right.
and then your first shot hit. Your second shot.
Okay,
missed.
well then he is stuck.
So what do I have to do?
Okay, the
Using
next
your bonus
time
action to
you
assign
hit...
it to
Yeah, you're right. I see. I see.
Yeah,
The
'cause you
next...
can use your bonus action before your actions.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay. So what do I have to roll? A strength save?
Yeah, it is a... Trained by the magical vines until the spell ends. A large... While restrained by this spell, the target takes 1d6 piercing damage at the start of each of its turns. A creature restrained by the vines or one that can touch the creature can use its action to make a strength check against your spell save DC. On success, the target is freed. So it's a
DC.
yeah, strength DC. And every time it's hitting,
What is the DC? A DC what? Strength check.
12.
Strength. Okay.
Strength, sorry. 12.
So
It takes a 1d6 first because it's the end of its turn of damage, and then
I got you.
strength 12.
As your thorny vines envelop Doru, the vines like pierce him, but what you can see in the darkness is he is so gaunt that like his skin is sunken into his ribs, and you can like literally see the bones in his wrists, and his knuckles stick out, his claws and fangs. He looks absolutely emaciated. The vines leave hardly any blood even as they slice him open. He bursts through the vines though, and charges directly at you.
Oh, wait. Arthur.
At Arkin.
Oh,
And
Arthur.
Arkin. Okay. That's Arkin.
Oh, that's Arthur.
At Arthur. Sorry, not Arkin. At Arthur.
Shit.
A lot of movement here.
So it's only 25 feet.
Oh.
The other thing that you notice is as he's rushing at you, his wounds begin closing, and where he was dripping blood, he appears to be healing as he rushes you down. He is going to make an attack to claw you, and you are going to take, I'm assuming, a 25 hits.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you take 7 points of slashing damage. And he is going to try to claw you again. Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
Instead of taking damage, he is going to grapple you. I need you to make a strength save.
16 save?
Yeah.
Okay.
As he tries to wrap his arms around you and grapple you in place, you're able to like wrestle out of his arms and sort of like throw him away. You are still engaged with him, but you are not grappled. And that is going to be the end of his turn. Up next, Marge the Vampire Slayer.
Going for it. We're just
Going for it.
If I can do. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Do you think
Yep.
that's 25 feet about?
So each of those grids is 5 feet.
Each start so.
Yep. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yep.
Awesome.
What's up? You have to head out?
Yep. Zanos.
Hey, thank you so much for coming through,
Thanks
man.
so much for joining us.
My help.
All the children.
It was great, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, I really appreciate
I'll see you in a couple
it,
days.
Jim.
I'll see you in a couple days.
I'll see you soon.
Adios,
Yep,
absolutely.
take care, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
If you want to leave anything here that you don't feel like taking with you, I can always bring it by, whatever you want. So you just let me know.
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you rush Doru, and you engage him.
Okay, I'm just
You're now
gonna
engaged.
straight up attack with the silver sword.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Jesus. Role playing. That was
Zanash gets he's busy.
one of them.
Let's
Lose my mind. I can't imagine.
Yes.
yeah.
Jesus.
Slashing with the silver short sword. All right, give me an attack roll.
18.
Hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
6.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Is that great?
But what you notice is as your silver short sword slashes him, it bites in, and where Arthur's crossbow bolts, they didn't seem super effective. The silvered short sword opens a nice wound on him, and he takes the full 6 points of damage.
Okay. I can attack
120?
again.
Yeah, you can. Go for it.
It's a 20 hit.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me damage again.
Alright. Say 10.
Hey. And,
I love you guys.
Arkin,
Yes.
do you remember what your history check was about the vampire spawn?
16.
Was it?
It was a 14 plus 2.
Between you and Marge, I will tell you this. You know that vampire spawn regenerates, but only if they're not in sunlight or running water, and only if they don't take radiant damage or take damage from holy water on the previous turn. Do you have a cleric?
Should probably let him know.
Hi guys.
Yes.
Just hanging out over there.
I'm just saying, if you can cast your sunlight spell again,
He hasn't heard this yet. They only
correct. Correct. You guys both know this, and I will say,
I have a
Marge,
beam
it
of
is
light
still
coming
your
out of my
turn.
hand right now.
He
You
does
can
have a
take
beam of light
six-
coming out of his hand.
You can take 6 seconds worth of
If you hit it with
conversation.
radiant damage. it won't
I
be
literally would just scream back, like,
Hit him with holy shit.
Literally anything.
Fucking hit him with the holy stuff. Do cleric stuff to
I
it.
bless this poo.
So even my the light coming out of my hand has a 20-foot radius.
Yeah, but it's not sunlight.
Okay.
Okay, so she relays that information. Marge, any bonus action? Do you have 2-weapon fighting? Because you also have a longsword.
I do, but I thought that was two-handed, that I couldn't really.
It's versatile. You can use it one-handed or two-handed.
Okay, I mean, it's not silver, but.
Yeah, that's fine. It might do something. You would just use the 1d8 damage instead of the 1d10,
Jesus.
since you're using it with.
Holy moly.
Golly. Was that a nat
was it-
20?
It was a nat 20? Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, have the hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah.
Did you forget that you were a fighter until tonight? Because you've only been casting spells.
Is that with advantage then too? With the nat 20?
I have
No, it's not with
plus
advantage.
Oh.
It's not with advantage, but
So yeah, the 2d10, I guess, right?
right? Yeah. 2d8.
Or
2d8. Yeah, because you're using it
Double
one-handed.
damage.
Oh, yeah.
15.
So was it 30 or was it 15? It was 15?
It was 15.
Okay. You notice with your longsword as you thrust it into Doru's belly and slide out, the wound does seem to like approximate a little bit. It heals a little bit. He takes 8 points of damage instead of 15 points of
I
damage.
think it's
But yeah.
hilarious. The video with the bed, it literally looks like a dark web kidnapping video.
Oh my god.
You can't say that. On Twitch. There's 4 people watching and we're gonna get kicked off. We're not kidnapping anybody,
Mike,
Twitch.
why are you watching us?
It's literally my spare bedroom in my house. I promise. Okay.
Wow.
Anyway, we're not.
Great.
Up next, as long as you're not. Do you have any more movement, or is 25 your? That's your.
Yeah, 25%.
Okay, yeah. So you're locked in there.
Yeah.
Nice damage, by the way. Arkin, you're up next in the turn order.
I will spin around.
Save everything.
Yeah. Hey guys,
First-
that's not audio.
First thing I'm going to do is
The first thing you're gonna do is.
or
Or.
I'll cast Bait on it.
Ooh.
So it
You need what
needs
kind
to
of
make
save do you
a
need?
charisma saving throw DC 15.
He's not the most charismatic creature in the world. Nat 20.
Wow.
He looks at you and he says,
He's very
I'm too hungry for that.
Yeah.
I'm starving, mister.
I will quicken my next spell
Okay.
and hit it with magic missile. I will do a third level.
4 missiles at third. What's third level? 5 missiles?
Actually, I'll do second level, which will be 4 missiles.
4 missiles?
If I gave you a little bit of blood, would you leave us alone?
Or how about what?
I'm so hungry.
Just kill us.
It.
So that would be 12, 13, 14 points.
Whew.
Four stamina.
Yeah. You lose 4 bolts of energy from your hands, and they rush over Marge's shoulder and head and slam into Doru. What did you say? 14 points?
Yes.
Nice.
He takes 14 points of force damage. Is he knocked back at all? No. Okay. And he looks at you and he just hisses, and his fangs elongate, and his eyes flash red. And
He must be bloody.
he's not yet good. And up next in the turn order is Theron. And remember, you do have a light source now that you
Yeah.
can.
So I
In a
use my
direction.
hand and I run and I identify where Doru is.
And you see Marge and Arthur engaged in him. Arthur's got his crossbow
Yeah.
out, and Doru's like lunging
And
at him.
I move closer.
10,
So
15,
I don't want to like. There.
What?
5,
10, 15,
20.
20.
I do that. Oh, just get close. Okay. Go there. And I am going to cast. Or I don't know his level is. But I am going to try. I'm going to channel divinity and say,
Dora, you have to. Dora, you have to stop.
You sound like an orc from Lord of the Rings.
and I cast
It's
turn on dead.
Okay. Turn Undead works up to a challenge rating of what?
1.
Well,
Well, no, I'm sorry. That destroy undead works up to a challenge rating. Turn
Turn Undead?
undead doesn't have. He has to make a wisdom saving throw
Okay.
beat a 14. There is no limit
Gotcha.
on the undead on that part.
That's a 5. So what does he have to do?
For the next minute, he has to turn and run away. With each undead must the creature
Has to spend their turn fleeing from you, right?
spend its turn fleeing, trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it
Okay.
can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions. For its action, it can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere for it to move, the creature can use the dodge action.
Okay.
It says it's turned for 1 minute or
Yep.
until it takes damage.
Yep.
Okay,
So it's gotta move.
and
On its next turn.
it did not destroy it.
Correct. Wait, we're using Destroy Undead or Turn Undead? Or it's just that
It's
if
automatic.
it's automatic if it's a challenge rating of 1 or lower. Yeah, your spell does not destroy him, but you hold up your holy symbol of Ilmater, and the light shining out from your hand and your holy symbol glows, and Doru hisses, and he is turned for the next minute, or until he takes damage. But he's not destroyed. He
Yeah,
did not
so
take any
until he
rating.
takes damage, it's not gonna. That does nothing.
Well,
That does absolutely nothing
It's
because he's gonna
engaged.
take damage.
It's
it's engaged with me right now, and
It's great for
I'm
when you're
less
like
effective
swarmed
with
by
crossbow
zombies
that
and stuff
close.
like that are really low challenge rating.
Really stupid. I shouldn't have used it.
It's okay.
I'm
Hey,
sorry, guys.
It's a learning lesson. That's what D&D's all about.
This is really our
And that was
first
my action. So
aggressive vampire we've had to deal with. So
sorry, guys.
you're also recovering, you know.
All right. Gregory is not with you, so he is not next in the turn order.
So it would be me, right?
Arthur is next in the turn order.
All right. And it can't attack me since it is technically in flee mode, right? If I were
Correct.
to
The
disengage.
only actions that it can take are to dodge, dash,
That's true,
run.
Right.
So that's
You can disengage.
It actually saved me
Okay.
because if I remember correctly, with my crossbow, I'm less effective if I am engaged.
You are at disadvantage if you
I'm
are
at
within
disadvantage.
melee fight.
So I'm going to move.
Good. Like it.
I'm going to go.
Yeah, basically you and Marge can both move without an
5,
opportunity
10,
attack.
15, 20, 25, 30.
Beautiful. So what you can choose to do, we'll use table talk here because I'll say that
If I attack it, all of a
if you
sudden
attack it, you break
correct.
Yes.
the spell.
I should have
So-
got a spirit.
And I don't know that
Save
your
radiant
character
damage.
would necessarily know that because he has never
That is
cast this in
so-
front of you.
I
hate that.
plan
I thought Turn on Dead was going to be such a good spell.
I plan on
Now,
attacking
I knew about that little
because my
yeah,
char-
but you have
Because you don't know what
in
Turn
character,
Undead does.
I'm surprised that no matter what, I was going to accept the attack by moving anyway.
Yeah, and you notice that he's like huddled, like hiding from the
Yeah,
light.
so I'm
Guardian
impressed with that, and I was able to move
radiant
without getting
damage,
attacked. So now
even
I'm just
if
preparing to attack.
He would still take half damage.
All right, I'm going to start with a bonus action
I'll say something after.
Yeah.
of Hail of Thorns.
Mm.
Next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack before the spell ends, the spell creates a rain of thorn. Let's just see if I hit first.
Okay.
If I hit, it takes an additional 1d10 damage.
Okay.
Are you doing it on it?
Yeah, on it.
Okay.
I don't have anything else to attack.
Just go ahead.
You got something? You got
Nope.
something in your brain?
Nope.
Hold on. To the normal effect of the attack, the target of the attack, and each creature within 5. Never mind. I see.
I got it. You about to Hail of Thorns, Marge?
Marge was about to.
Hey, whoa.
March.
We don't Hail of Thorns, thorn our gnomes.
All right, I'm going to use as bonus action Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
How thick
You choose a creature you can see within range of Hunter's Mark. It has a quarry. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever you hit it with a weapon attack.
Fucking love it. Hunter's Mark is your bread and butter.
I just wish it wasn't a first level.
Yeah.
13.
Cantrip.
Damn, half of
Yeah.
It's 13 hit.
13 misses.
Okay. All right. I'm going to use my secondary attack. I already used my bonus action, so I can't use anything else, but I can still attack
You
again.
sure can. And he is Hunter's Mark past this turn, too.
All right, that's 21.
Yeah, that is.
21 to hit.
Yep.
All right.
Lob him.
All right, so... You said, what about Hunter's Mark?
He takes an extra 1d6 damage.
So now it takes an extra 1d6 damage because I did hit it.
Because you hit it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. 7. 8, 9, 10
10
damage.
points. He takes the full damage from your Hunter's Mark. He takes half damage from your crossbow.
Okay.
Because it's not silver nor magical. And you see that's the end of your turn. You use bonus action movement.
Yeah,
Action.
yeah, I'm just, give me 1 second, I'm just double checking. Yeah, good.
As your second crossbow bolt plunges into Doru's shoulder, he was shielding his eyes and like cowering from Theron, and he just turns and roars at you. And what you see is the hole that you left as your crossbow bolt pierced through him. It left him bloodied at first, and
Back out of blood.
he's back out of blood as he begins to heal slightly again on his turn. He is going to turn and he's going to scream at you, and he's going to charge you down again. So
And he takes 2 opportunity
he
attacks.
will. Opportunity attack from Marge. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Yes.
12 misses. 12 misses. He runs past Marge, and you whiff with your short sword. Theron, he runs past you.
I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds.
You can't cast a spell. It's
I
an
don't have a
opportunity
weapon
attack.
equipped.
Punch him.
I'm gonna punch him good.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Do a
punch
silver
him.
ring. That'd be great.
Do you?
That's a 10.
10 misses as he runs past you. You
Yeah. Yes, I do.
He runs past Theron and Marge, dodging them in the darkness. And
Arthur's like, son of a.
give me a strength saving throw, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you're good.
Sorry, you're not the fighter of the group.
18.
Okay.
I'm
Again.
grappling it
He
up
tries
today.
to grapple you, and literally, you're just like fucking knocking him out of the way. He cannot get a grip on you, and he is going to try in frustration
She's like jujitsu.
to bite you.
Yeah.
He's been
Uh-oh.
Are you like doing Brazilian jujitsu? Are you like
Absolutely.
rolling
Yeah.
around?
I'm doing underground, half-elf
Yeah.
criminal fighting.
You take 6 points of piercing damage, and you take 5 points of necrotic damage, and your hit point maximum is reduced by 5. So you now have 42 out of
Has he been bit?
55. Yes.
Well, bet.
So 42.
He just got bit.
And it seems like
No, that's not right. What just happened?
I'm gonna be honest, this was not meant to be that hard for 4 people.
No.
Why this?
I had so many other.
Well, how'd you give yourself so much health, Arthur?
Max HP modifier. I thought that I was taking it.
Just plus 5
Override max HP.
by 5. Or so, okay,
I'm trying to change my max HP. Override max HP is what now?
55.
55. That should do it. There we go. Okay.
And yes, as
Throw in
he,
an extra.
as he
So I
sinks
should
his
get-
teeth,
Yeah.
as he sinks his teeth into your shoulder, Arthur, he goes, "Oh, that's delicious!" And you see some of his wounds close up even further.
This is really bad.
But that is the end of his turn, and it is now Marge's
Thank
turn.
God. Okay. Marge runs right after.
And I will say that because you are attacking from behind him, you are attacking with advantage. Because he is engaged.
That's the kind of stuff Rangers would do.
She is an Eldritch Knight.
know.
Fighter.
No.
If I was a ranger,
Rangers
I wouldn't be
Rangers
running
work
up.
around the bad guy, and the party is supposed to help him kill the bad guy.
The party's supposed to peel. The party's supposed to peel for the
That
ranger.
is 8, 24 to hit.
Does hit indeed.
I did a wheel maneuver.
Is that with the short sword?
Yeah, I'm going silver all the way.
Okay.
It's 6
Yeah.
damage.
You slice him, 6 damage. Second attack with advantage.
I need that, but it's a 16.
That does hit anyway. But do you want to see if you roll a crit?
Yeah.
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 Marge is doing work.
I did not.
That's
So,
okay. All right. 16 still hits. Roll damage.
Okay, 7.
And as you strike him twice with your silver short sword, you notice the wounds don't seem to be healing, and he is like, and he is once again bloodied. And I believe as your bonus action, you can attack a 3rd time
Yep.
with your longsword.
I can't.
Shoosh.
Wait, 17.
Hits.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That is a 10.
So half damage. 5. Beautiful.
I got you guys.
Uh,
I got you guys.
Wait, didn't Theron cast? He casted light, right?
I have
Yes.
light emanting
He has
from my
light,
hand.
not
Oh, but you didn't
Daylight.
cast sunlight.
Right.
daylight is
Daylight.
different.
Gotcha.
Yes, a light source is just a magical light source.
Yeah.
Daylight is its own specific thing.
Gotcha.
Yes. Like there is daylight shining down on Arkin. Arkin is in daylight.
Got it.
The rest of you are in dim light
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Theron's spell.
So he can continue
Yeah.
to heal.
Marge. You can disengage without provoking an opportunity attack also because it's not facing you.
I'm honestly just gonna stay there because I'm
Yeah,
at
no,
full
like-
health and I kind of worried
Protecting
about you.
I like it. Okay. All right. Arkin, up
Okay.
next.
I'll spin towards Doru and hit him with an Eldritch Blast.
We like Eldritch Blast.
Or not.
Or not.
Stop.
And then I will
Eldritch
quicken
Blasts.
another spell. And a multicolored orb of fire from my hand. And that will also miss.
Okay. All right. Your eldritch energy fires past him. Neither one of them were crit misses, were they? Okay. Fires past Doru and splashes diffusing energy across the wall behind him. Your arcane orb that you fire out of your other hand, your aim is for some reason just not so good in the darkness today. And is short and sort of like skids along the ground and dissipates in the dirt and straw of the ground.
Yeah.
What kind of arcane orb was it going to be? Oh, you don't pick. It's a roll.
Actually, no, I choose. It would have been.
Is the straw in the basement catches fire as your arcane orb hits the
no.
ground, and there is a 5x5.
See now.
Yeah, there's a 5x5 fire on the straw in the basement of the church.
Oh boy.
End of your turn? Removing it all? End of your turn. Okay. Thayron. Bringing up the back end of the turn.
Come on, bud.
All right.
What you got, bro? Radiant damage, running water, daylight.
All right. So if I equip my weapon, is that an action?
I will say because you are not a fighter, that
Be an
yes,
action.
it would be an
Okay.
action.
All right. So that's not an option. So that limits what I can do. I am going to move up to him, and well, I guess I don't want to be too close to that fire. I am going to cast Spirit Guardians at 3rd level. So they don't attack on this turn. It's when on the beginning of his turn that they will attack him. Okay. And they do radiant damage.
Lovely.
Beautiful.
He will still heal before he takes the damage.
Okay.
Because it's at the start of his turn. Well,
Wait, I can.
that's also
I
at
can
the
read
start
this.
of his turn, right?
The affected creature foot around you, and this is 15 feet. Infected creature speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a Wisdom saving throw. At the beginning of its, it's at the beginning of its turn.
Why'd you move it?
I have Avada him.
Okay. All right. So at the start of his turn, he has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. I guess I
gonna
don't
roll.
actually need to be that close to him.
A D20. 11 or higher, and he has to make the save first
Okay.
before regenerating. A 10 or lower, and he regenerates and then has to make the save.
Okay.
All right. A 1.
So he regenerates and then has to make a save. Okay.
Yeah.
That's also a
Feel
crit
like
fail.
it's just
Yeah.
doo-doo.
Yeah.
And so yeah, he has to make the save first to determine if he takes radiant damage.
All right. So he has to.
Roll of cool. It's a crit fail.
All right. He has to beat a Wisdom saving throw of 14.
It's your turnover.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't actually need to be that close to him because it's 15-foot range, so I'm gonna move back a little bit.
Okay. Back to the start of the turn order, Arthur.
Yes.
Joss.
Yeah.
Did it work?
I mean, it's working on this, but apparently the brand new battery that I bought is just dead.
It doesn't. It will not charge.
I literally opened the package downstairs.
Yeah.
Well, I have to disengage.
Well, you disengage if there's someone within 5 feet.
I mean, yeah, I just take an opportunity attack.
No, and
You mean like the
if I was
disengage
also within
action?
5 feet. You know,
Why would that matter? He's engaged. He's
Yeah.
engaged with Dora.
Yes, there's nothing.
Yeah, and you're not a rogue, so you can't take the
guess that's
disengage
what I'm
action as a
thinking of,
bonus
yeah.
action.
So
Yeah.
it's just me taking movement, right?
Correct, and you have to take an opportunity attack. Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm going to do that. So I'm trying to go 5, 10, 15, 25, 30
He
here.
misses. He misses his opportunity attack.
Fantastic.
Where are my spiritual guardians?
They start on his turn. Oh, you
Yeah,
mean like
well,
where
they still
where
appear
they
now.
at?
Yeah,
Phineas
yeah,
and
yeah.
Ferb. Phineas and Ferb are harassing.
Oh, hey guys.
Are harassing Doro.
That's
You suck. You're a bad vampire. You're a shitty vampire.
Wait till you're into
That's right, guys.
On your turn, we're gonna slap you. We're gonna give you a ghost touch.
slap and tickle.
Alright,
All right, so
I love those guys.
he misses. He misses the opportunity attack.
So
You're stupid.
okay,
You'll never be a
so...
real vampire.
Oh, I cast that at 4th level.
Spiritual guardians.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a real good spiritual guardian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, like extra strength.
Arthur,
So is Hunter's Mark still active?
it's still active.
Yes, it
Absolutely.
is.
You don't have to use a bonus action anymore.
So now we're going to use Ensnaring Strike as a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Full of cantrips.
Do you have to use your bonus action to reapply Hunter's Mark, but you don't have to cast it? No, I think it's just applied. Yeah, it's just applied. Yeah, you can use Ensnaring Strike. Yep. As long as you have spell slots still.
You can use this bonus action to reassign it after.
Yes.
Still.
So
Do you still have any spell slots?
yeah, let me fix that real quick. Sorry, because I did Ensnaring Strike. I did a Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
And then I did.
You did 2 Ensnaring Strikes. No, you didn't. You
No,
did 1
this would be
Ensnaring
my
Strike and a
second one.
Hunter's Mark. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 2 first level spells, right?
Yeah, and then
So you have 1
Pass
more.
Without a Trace is
Yep.
a cantrip.
Okay.
I believe.
That's it.
That was a second level.
Okay, so you've used second level
So I have
spell
2
slots
second
and
level
2 first
slots, and I
level.
have 2 second first level slots left. I have a total of 4 first level slots, and I have a total of 3 second level slots.
Okay.
So I have 2 down on
Yep.
the first level and
And
1
one down on the
second.
second level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I am using Snaring Strike again. That doesn't hit. Okay. So next attack, I'm attacking again.
Mm-hmm.
Although if I hit, Ensnaring Strike happens. There we go. 25 to hit.
That does hit.
All right, thank God. And then that also gives me also the additional 1d6 from
I'm gonna hit.
One of them has to, right?
One of them has to do something.
Hope so. So the Hunter's Mark hits, right?
The Hunter's Mark does hit.
So that's 1 damage from the Hunter's Mark.
Cool.
The Ensnaring Strike hits. So that's 5 damage from that, so 6 points.
Okay.
And then
And your actual attack.
my actual attack, which is 6.
So 3. All right, 9 points of damage. And he has to make a strength save on his turn.
Correct.
Okay. Snaps in the chat for Arthur and his 6 actions doing 9 points of damage.
Wow.
Friggin' wham.
You know what though? You made it sound really cool
Yeah.
playing an archer.
Yeah.
You dipped out of combat. You're firing from the shadows. One of your shots hit. He's ensnared.
There's vines coming from my arrow.
Vines coming from your arrows. He's got like a glowing red mark over his head.
Yeah.
The hunter's mark is like bouncing
And that
over
arrow
top
hit
of
with a
him.
red trace going after him to make the mark.
Trace around.
Find out you're great at performance earlier. So
Fantastic performance.
this was great.
Oscar
Oscar,
incoming.
yeah.
And spooning.
And spooning.
And spooning.
And spooning.
And crying on
stating
command.
the
They run.
declare. Yep.
Really appreciate.
Okay, so
I feel like our
Start.
our companionship has just gotten that much deeper.
it has. By the way, Theron, on the start of your next turn, if Doru's not dead by then, well, regardless, you will need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
The fire has grown 5 feet larger in every direction
Oh shit.
at the start of the turn.
This is getting bad. Not good.
So now in a 15-foot square, there is fire.
Oh wow.
So you are engulfed in fire and will need to make a save to get out of it. But anyway,
Okay.
doesn't matter because first I need a wisdom saving throw for me, right? Wisdom saving throw. He's not super wise.
And you also need to make
A strength saving throw.
strength saving.
How's a 12?
No, that
That fails.
Yes.
How much damage does he take?
Well, let's see. I'm gonna roll 48.
Jesus
It was a level of 4 guard.
Vinny Superb might kill him.
Yeah.
And it's radiant damage?
It's 18 radiant
Yeah.
damage.
What did Phineas and Ferb do? What did
My
they do?
God.
Tell
What do
me.
they do?
Tell me what they do.
They just like I
They're
guess since these are
heckling
yeah, they just like start flitting around heckling him and flashing with their
vampire! Your father's ashamed of you! Your mother never liked
They
you,
force
Strahd!
themselves into his mouth,
Whoa!
go inside his body, and then
Wow.
explode him. I'm just saying. It could be possible.
What is it? Yes or no? It's a maybe, but I'm just saying.
I know.
Super cool.
The vampire.
Yeah. Phineas
yeah,
and Ferb.
that
Phineas and Ferb.
happens.
I'm so hungry. I'm stuck. Sorry.
it makes like a blowing up present sound.
Get covered in guts.
Oh yeah, Marge is covered in vampire gore. Phineas and
right in
Ferb,
front of
Phineas and Ferb are like floating around, and they look at her and they go, "It's a good look for you."
What the hell?
But Doru is exploded on the ground.
So Marge immediately
Yay.
tries to cast Ray of Frost on the fire.
Ooh!
Go ahead, roll an attack roll.
Okay.
I hope that made up for my terrible.
You did an amazing
Mhm.
job.
You don't
I'm
roll
so
damage.
proud. You should get out of the fire.
I'm just gonna.
You should move from the fire.
Sort
I
of
love these guys.
RP it
They're
out.
It's 3.
30 points of frost
I'll,
damage to the
I'll
Right.
start helping her with that as well.
Yeah.
Ray of
Ray of Frost also.
I got nothing I can do. I'm just watching
That's
the fire.
cool.
I'm
Theron,
Theron. Can you get out of the
Frost?
fire?
Yeah, do you
Ray of
do you
Frost.
dodge out?
I'm
Give me a
like
dex save.
okay.
You do the little dance.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Not very dexterous because I'm wearing heavy armor. It is 14.
Yeah, you make it out of the fire unscathed.
Okay.
For the
Between
win. Let's go.
Arkin and Marge, Ray of Frosting the flames down, you manage to snuff out the fire. Not the basement's filled with smoke,
Boy.
but not fire at least.
Yeah.
Marge is short. So.
You you make your way. Well, I'll let you decide what you guys want to do. How do you guys feel about exploding?
Arthur
across
goes
the floor?
over to Theron and puts his hand on his shoulder. He says, "Good work, man. Those guys, those little summoner guys, man. Radiant damage.
some shit, right?
Meet them.
And you hear from
I would love to be
you hear from upstairs. You hear, how's it going down there?
And March is just like, this is his son. Literally.
You feel, and you find a fang,
There's an ear.
a vampire, a kind of vampire, just like embedded in your shirt, and you have a vampire fang.
I
now.
would like to go.
I
Mending
look,
won't
I
work.
look, no, I look at her, like, start prestidigitating her clothes, cleaning them.
Amazing.
Oh, love.
I would like
Does
to
that work? Can you prestidigitate clothes clean?
You could do,
Wow.
where is it? Instantly clean an object no larger than 1 cubic feet.
Small person with a small shirt.
Yes.
But I mean,
Yeah.
it's probably on
So
her
as you're
probably-
as you're prestidigitating the gore off of her shirt, it's like imagine like a pressure washer. Imagine like a pressure washer. Literally, the gore is just like shooting off
Yeah.
of her, and splattering along the hay floor. The straw floor is just covered.
funny thing
in
is
the
how I
root guts.
I would have gone differently.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I think you and I can very well imagine power washing blood.
I've done it multiple times.
So,
Marge is very thankful.
Attack.
Well, I did think it would be a good idea to go upstairs and interrogate his son.
let's March, grab some straw and start like wiping your legs, maybe.
I would like
Oh, no,
to
they're-
take my crowbar
We're good.
and acquire the rest of the vampire fangs.
You don't need the crowbar for it. You just like picking them up.
Yeah, that's
off of
fine.
the-
Oh, that's
Like, it's
perfect.
only two. So
Um,
you
you
get
have
one.
one.
I get one.
You have
Top
one.
and bottoms, right?
There are tops and bottoms. You pick up three
Ah.
vampire
I
fangs.
like to take 3.
You have
Right.
2 lower canines and 1 upper canine.
I would like to also investigate down here to see if there's anything worth using my grubby little fingers to
Beautiful.
acquire.
Roll an investigation check for me.
All right. Wow, he's creepily checking out a dungeon.
Nothing special.
I think I should probably be the one to break the news to the priest.
Yes, but I would suggest not the banner.
Here, take this, and I hand one of the lower fang canines to him to show the man upstairs to explain.
Yeah.
I feel like Arthur and Theron aren't always on the same page.
How does this not make sense to you?
Blade
Yeah.
He was
near
feeding
the end when he injects the 2 vampires with that,
With the silver.
well, that chemical that makes them explode.
Yeah.
That's
Yes. It's exactly like that.
Also, I think well, make sure that you're okay because you got bit.
Oh, should I?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
I didn't feel anything.
Am I good?
Yeah. Everything seems okay.
Alright, cool.
Okay.
He seemed
Well,
to
why don't
You tell me.
sucked a lot from you.
He sucked
So-
you good.
You don't know me. You don't know that.
Stumbling a little bit.
You don't say that.
It doesn't even matter.
March. In the
Do I remember that
Make other vampires.
vampire spawns don't do that?
Don't have like lingering
He's
effects from their
exploded.
bites.
He's not coming
Yes.
back.
Yes.
Okay.
Can a vampire spawn make other vampires spawn?
Yeah.
Oh no, he's
You need to
in
be
the
a full
clear.
vampire.
Did I find anything?
With your investigation, you did not.
Probably not.
No.
All right. I think I'm ready to go upstairs and break the news to the priest.
All right, give me a strength check, please, or athletics.
What?
Mm-hmm.
To climb up.
You have to climb up the rope.
Is there any other way out?
There's not.
Oh, I'm so freaking athletic.
12. You can just jump up. Yeah. Barely, but you managed to climb the rope.
20.
It's like a 10-foot climb.
Yeah. But still, I got a lot of extra stuff.
DC 10. DC 10.
We all did well.
Womp.
Oh no.
Get halfway up, and your grip slips, and
Yes, it
you
does.
drop, and you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage from it.
Oh no.
If anyone wants to help him, he can roll again with advantage.
Give them guidance.
Oh, that's nice. Why are you touching him? You're not even down there.
Oh,
Shit.
I'd have to jump down and then.
You got this,
No,
bud.
you got this, buddy.
you're good.
You can do it.
Give
Moral
him verbal
support.
encouragement.
Oh no no.
Oh no!
He tries a second time, falls, takes another 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right, wait.
Theron dives to the rope after the fight.
I lean over and I drop him my ring of feather falling.
But he's not attuned to it.
Shit.
Hold
Hold
on. Can I have
on.
that back when you come up?
But do you still drop it down there? You drop it down.
Move it around my
Catched it, and he now has
under my shoulders,
your ring of feather falling.
under my arms.
So what I'm trying to tell him
Mm-hmm.
is, Arkin, tie the rope around your belt.
Okay.
That will lift you up.
Oh, beautiful. Now, who's lifting him?
I
I
will.
got this some good strength.
do.
Can
I'm a little
Theron
stout,
and I
right?
both together help pull him up? Would that make it easier?
I will say 2 people can roll.
I'll go.
I'll-
I got good strength.
Go
Or,
for it,
so
go
you
for it.
roll with advantage, basically. So you're rolling for 2 people. It's just a.
Okay, sorry, Daryl. I wasn't trying to cut you off. I just
In
thought that
athletics.
the ring of feather
Athletics
falling. He wouldn't take any more damage.
Right, but it's still not getting him up.
Yeah.
That'll work on its own.
Thank you.
Yeah. Marge the gnome.
I gotcha.
Marge the gnome.
Marge the gnome.
Gnome pulls Arkin up, and he's got like bruises
Ow.
on his pale face, and like
I mean,
yeah,
you did just
he's like
you
holding
gave
his
me a
hip.
favor.
Yeah.
I got you.
And
You got guts
Arkin,
off me.
at least for now, unless Arthur wants it back, you have a ring of feather falling.
Thanks, bud.
Uh,
I take it back. I sit it back on.
Beautiful, yeah. What do you say? We're gonna wrap up for the night here pretty soon. But what do you say to Donovich as he's looking
You
eager,
go.
he's looking eagerly at you.
There's
Yeah.
be completely honest with you.
Okay.
Son,
Don't.
he attacked us. There's nothing you can do for him.
He's just hungry.
He almost killed one of my friends.
Didn't mean it.
Honey, he didn't want steak and potatoes. He wanted our blood.
He just needed time.
He bit Arthur.
He does that sometimes. And he lifts up his sleeve, and you see like 4 different bite marks on his wrist.
Donovan, that doesn't make it okay.
It's
You know
best
that.
you don't remember him like this.
Actually, yeah, I'd like to try to persuade him.
I hand him the fang.
The thing?
What's the thing?
The fang.
Oh,
Bang.
bang.
It's like a.
And he picks it up and he says,
Sucks to suck.
He sucks a lot.
he says, oh my Doru. At least he's not suffering anymore.
Arthur
And
just
you, honestly. It's like too great.
Donovan, he died 2 years ago. He's been gone. Your son has been gone for 2 years.
Can I bury him at least?
Arthur takes the fang in his hand and looks around and just kind of pockets them.
So we
sneakily.
did you a favor and we burned him. We cremated him.
Give me a persuasion check.
We said something nice. Phineas and
No. Well, no.
He looks down at your boots and he sees bits of intestines and muscle and skin on your boots.
And Theron, in character, just puts his head in his fist
Shoes.
and just looks down, shaking his head. Like,
And Donovan collapses to the floor crying. He's just get out. Just leave.
are you sure you don't want me to take
Just
I cast command on him.
Oh Jesus.
Okay.
And he has to beat a Wisdom 14 saving throw.
He's so distraught.
Could have just left.
I know.
Do you need something from him now?
Yeah, he's trying to get something.
Yeah, we need something. That's
13.
First.
Fails. I tell him to be calm.
Stops crying. Italy.
And then I put my hand on his shoulder and I tell him.
Is there anything you can do for my voice? Just checking. We're good, right?
We're good, right?
He runs his hands over your vocal cords, and his hands glow slightly. And mutters a prayer. Star, heal this man. And like tears are still dripping out of his eyes, even though he's calm. He casts lesser restoration, and nothing happens to your vocal cords.
Okay.
He does not have the ability to use greater restoration. Dang it.
Yeah.
He's cool. He's not that cool.
Gotcha.
I ask him if he has any parting gifts he wants to bequeath upon us for helping him.
Are you shitting me?
For helping him.
He says, Arthur, get out. Arthur,
He says,
get outside.
I will remain calm, but you need to leave this church right now.
On the way out, I would like to see if there's anything worth using sleight of hands on.
There are 4 doors in the hallway on the way out.
I'm so sorry.
I would like to check out
Peace be with you.
Are the rest of you leaving?
Yeah, but I'm... It's so embarrassed.
I'll
leaving?
prestidigitate her Marge's boots to
To clean them off too.
It's too
It
late.
splatters across
I
the
know,
floor.
But it makes
but it might stain, right?
right.
So you're literally just like trying the doors on your way out of the church.
yeah, on the way out, I'm just turning a doorknob to see if they'll open.
They all open as you go, and as you walk, you just see an office and 3 bedrooms.
No, I'm actually
like
not
plain, just literally a priest's bedroom and his son and an office as you walk out.
Nothing's fancy.
No.
Nah, I
It's
keep
a
going.
church that's obliterated.
That's yeah. I mean, like I opened the doors, I peeked in, didn't see anything. I'm on my own.
I was gonna say, like, could I investigate for like some sacred text or something I can learn?
Yeah, you can.
Nope. Oh wait, no, that wasn't a 1. That was a 7. So 9.
No, you don't notice anything on your way out.
Okay.
And as you make your way out the front doors of the church, Gregory, yeah, go for it. Gregory and
I've been using forever slang.
Yeah, they're still hanging out. I got like an hour.
Hey, we go grab
Gregory
grab
and
him a beer.
Ismark
We're taking
meet
to the bar.
you
Yeah, totally.
meet you at the front of the church as the sun is on its way
sorry, 10
down
minutes.
in the
10
sky.
minutes.
Spent the better part of a day shopping, helping out in the church. It is afternoon. Gregory and Ismark meet you at the front of the church, and Ismark says, "My friends, there's trouble at the mansion, and we need to move quickly. And that is where we are going to end for tonight."
Arthur says as soon as he comes out of the church last, he says, "Man, what a sweet family."
It's still taking some out of here.
And we will pick up
Man,
in
Rolls
2
were
weeks.
rough tonight.
Town
You
of
were doing
Barovia.
some damage.
Pretty good.
You're rolling
actually.
good tonight.
Yeah, we got one
Jeez.
critical fail out of
Thank
it.
you guys to everyone who was watching.
Absolutely.
Tyler,
Thank you,
Arya,
everyone.
thank you.
thank you guys for
We will be back in 2
Mike
weeks. Bye.
Carlson.
Mike Carlson. Me watching it over there also.